Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the VFL Tigercast stream for this Saturday afternoon. Hopefully you're all doing well from wherever you are around the world. It's nice to be here on a Saturday where we can actually watch the VFL because there has been a number of weeks where the games have overlapped and we've not been able to watch it, which has been a right pain in the ass. So the fact we're able to watch it today is, of course, a very, very good thing. And looking forward to seeing how the VFL goes today. So obviously, we've got Juddy Clark running around in the VFL again. I feel like he would have been really, really close to a call-up this week. But it wasn't to be. They've opted to go with Hugo. But yeah, hopefully we can see another good effort from him. I mean, I've got 18 disposals down, but, you'd love to see like a 24 or 25 touch game, couple of goals. It should be a much closer contest this week than what it was like the last time we did the VFL stream. I think it was the Geelong game it might have been, which was close for like quite a bit of it. And then the Cats kind of flexed their muscle in that third quarter onwards and put on a pretty big score. But this is, I think, is it 21st against, is it 18th or something like that? What do we got here? I should say it. No, it doesn't have it on that screen. Hang on. No, I don't actually have where the Bulldogs are. I think it is somewhat close together on the ladder. So hopefully it is a close performance or a really competitive performance. And that we can, getting a win would be nice. That'd be the ultimate. But let us know what you're looking forward to seeing today in terms of the VFL team. If there's any certain performers you're looking to look at, we've got the stats up that is working this week. Thank goodness. So we've got James Trezise in there, Sam Toner, Samson Ryan, NRT, Morris Rioli, Kane McAuliffe, Hayes Brown, Liam Fawcett, Juddy Clark. So a few AFL listed players, which is, always good to see a few of them. Well, it's not good seeing them run around because some of them you'd rather play AFL, but someone's got to play VFL. It's just good to have some AFL listed players there. McAuliffe going back there will be interesting. I mean, I don't know if he did a lot wrong. I know his disposal hasn't been super dangerous, but he finds the ball and he's pretty uncompromising and tough. So I don't know. I kind of liked him in the AFL team, but hopefully he can play in the midfield today and carve it up. So there you go. Footscray 16th and we're 21st. Thank you, Grok. So it should be a relatively close / even match, you would think. But yeah, fingers crossed it plays out that way. A debutant today as well, JD Valet. Is it Valet or Valet? I'm not sure of the pronunciation, but all the best to JD. Hopefully he goes well. We've actually had some pretty good luck with debutants recently. Jacob, welcome. G'day. What are your hopes, goals for the rest of the season that you'd like to see Richmond or should do before the end of the year? It's a good question. I mean, look, we'd obviously love to see us win against West Coast. Does that happen or not is the $1 million question. I just want to see us play with a bit more freedom and a bit more dare. I have a bad feeling that later on tonight that we're going to play within ourselves a little bit because of the lack of defensive structure. I think the easy thing to do is to just flood to try and negate the Bulldogs forwards. Look, granted, it must be pretty daunting having to leave the defense up to Kyan and Luke Traynor, who are very, very inexperienced. So it's not ideal. And maybe you don't want to fully expose them. Maybe there is an element of protecting them today. So I can actually, at the risk of it saying like a preemptive excuse, I can actually understand why we might try and help those two boys out a bit, because it's a big ask on AFL level to play as a key defender on season forwards when you're 5 games in or 6 games in for Anand. And what's Traynor, he'd be 20 odd games in, but not a lot of games this year. So yeah, that to one side, though, I'm probably more thinking from an offensive perspective. I just want to really see us be a bit more adventurous and a bit more dangerous. That overlap run from behind with handball receives, get the ball moving forward, make sure our forwards don't fold too far back. Like, let's actually press up a bit higher on teams and try and get in their face and cause turnover. We just kind of give up a bit too much ground. So I just want to see us be a bit more aggressive in that sense. So what are you wanting to see, Jacob? Grok, with no defence, we should go all out attack. I mean, it's the old FIFA play, isn't it? Going all out attack. It definitely comes with risk, doesn't it? Going all out attack. It doesn't always come off. But yeah, do you just throw caution to the wind and say, well, yeah, like you said, we know you're going to score, so let's try and outscore you in a bit of a shootout. Do we have the firepower to do that? I don't know, but I wouldn't mind seeing us just roll the dice a bit more, and just not stay. I don't want us to hang back so much. The other thing I'll be interested to see is how we use Lynch today in terms of the highest defender. I want him back a couple of lines, so leave the chasing to the quicker guys up front to apply a bit of pressure. But we get Zane Piker back today, which is good. So looking forward to Zane Piker do his thing. He shouldn't have been dropped, to be fair, but obviously he was. But no, hopefully we see Piker out there kicking another goal or two. Sonzi back is good as well. I think it's the Sonzi one is really interesting because, hang on, I've got to get my chat up to the side of the screen here. There we go. The Sonzi one's interesting because he's getting 30 plus touches every week, maybe bar one, in the VFL as a midfielder. And like you all know, and like you've all seen, we just don't play him in the midfield at AFL level. I'd love to see it. I know we've got Prestia in still. There's Taranto, Jack Ross is back, and you've still got Lawler, Cumming, Houghton, and no doubt those guys need midfield time. Seth Campbell even. But we've got to find a way to get Sonzi into that rotation. I just think we're leaving a little bit on the table, and it just seems a little bit unfair having him play midfield and doing well in the VFL to then go and play half forward or wing. It's just a very different role. Like, if you're going to not play him there, play him in the same spot in the VFL so we can actually learn it and get better at it. I don't know. We'll see how we go. Yes, house to myself. Yep, the boys and Lauren are off to the Hawks game. So yeah, I've got the house to myself, which is good. Went for a walk before. Walked into the shops. Heels, do you think Steely would have been dropped for Piker if he wasn't concussed? I mean, the way Steely's game was tracking before he got injured, I would have had to have said yes. I'm not even sure he should have come back in for Piker to begin with, being honest. But if he was in for Elgar, I don't know, whichever way you want to look at it. But if the rationale was around pressure and things like that, he wasn't really bringing anything offensively or defensively in that game. So, Piker goes out and kicks 3 goals. I think that's, a fair and reasonable equivalent of bashing down the door. So I probably would have had, Piker in anyway. Yeah. So, this is the thing. It's the same with, Maurice Rioli today as well. I've got no problems with Maurice Rioli playing in the AFL team most weeks if he's bringing that same pressure that we saw against Brisbane. I don't care if he's not scoring offensively, if he's pressuring like that, but when you're not doing it like that, and you're not scoring, it's kind of a bit of in no man's land, so it doesn't really work. But Jacob, I'd like to see us win at least one game before the season ends, and for Houghton to have an absolute ripper of a game with a handful of goals. It would be nice. What I've enjoyed about Houghton has been his defensive work. In a lot of ways, I'm proud for him individually. In a lot of ways, I'm a bit disappointed for the rest of the team as a collective, because even on 50, 55, 60% game time, Taj is often in the top 3 for pressure rankings and sometimes even that high for tackles. So great for him as an individual, but it's a bit of an indictment on everybody else that the guy playing half a game is registering more of those numbers than everybody else. So he needs to, the others need to work their ass off, but I would love to see Taj get rewarded with a heap of goals. You're right. That would be good. That would be good. From the shop, I went and got a protein drink. Was it Rockobi? It wasn't the one I was trying to find OxyShred, but it wasn't there. So I got an iced coffee one. 30 grams of protein for, 287 calories, was the best on offer at the time. But I just wanted to make sure I got some steps and some walk in as well, which was good. And then for lunch, it was a wrap with shaved chicken breast, turkey, a little bit of bacon, some high protein cheese, some spinach, and some Nando's Perinay sauce on a wrap, high protein wrap, which was good. So I should be very, very close to my protein numbers for today, which is always nice. We can't have MJ Mansell and Steely in the side, 2 max. Yeah, I think that's a fair call. I think Mansell, I mean, really, Mansell probably always commands at least one. So it probably comes down to Steely and Morris Rioli for the other one, doesn't it? But no, I think that's a fair enough call. And it's sort of like, I feel equally the same about our defence, that I'm not sure if we can have Short, Grill, Banks all in the same team. Like it just doesn't seem to work. So we'll have to. I just feel like that balance is a little bit off. It's a little bit too offensive. So we'll have to work on that, I suppose. But hopefully Grill can bounce back a bit this week and play some more half-back minutes. I think I like him there as the game's about to get underway. I need my timer though. Where's my timer? Here it is. Spinach is far superior than lettuce. Yeah, I don't mind it. Here we go. VFL about to start. OHB in the ruck. Down at Whitten Oval. Sam Toner on a wing. Juddy Clark on a wing. Houghton in the middle. We are underway. Oh, that's got to be a free kick. And don't kick it, Kane. Jesus Christ, don't kick it. That's a disappointing free kick to give away from the get-go. It was clearly there, though. Clearly there. Oh, that's a high... Geez, we've given away 2 free kicks in about 30 seconds. That was a bit of an accidental one. Kane McCall have just clipped him high. Maybe a bit of a poke in the eye. That'd be a bit nasty. I'm interested to see how Liam Fawcett goes today as the ball goes forward for the first time for the Dogs. Trezise with his first disposal. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit worried about Fawcett. Worried in the sense that we're not like rewarding him for some of his efforts. Like I'm just trying to work out where he sits in the pecking order. But if we can see him lead up at the kicker and we can hit him up a few times as we're still working the ball back and around deep in our defensive 50. Sam Toner's pushed back down there. I like Sam Toner doing this just quietly. I think if Sam Toner keeps playing on a wing, that will be his best avenue to getting noticed and possibly on an AFL list. I just think it's way too difficult to get yourself noticed and put on an AFL list as a half forward or a forward pocket. It's just too much of a specialist position. Whereas the wing, if you can showcase, you can get up and down the ground a bit, get to contest and stoppage and stuff like that. I think that's his best chance. As the Doggies go inside 50 again with a rush kick. So that's going to be paid deliberate. Oh, no, I thought Lockwood might have got done there. Jakey going well, thanks yourself. Heels, this is a really good point, that some players may have game triggers which we may be trying to avoid. I mean, surely Fortis couldn't be that low, though. What's he played, 2 or 3 games? I know what you mean, though. Are we really in a position that this year, though, to be too worried about that? Like, there'll be some list decisions to be made, for sure. Oh, the Dogs take a mark inside 50. Because we did the same thing with Jacob Blight, didn't we, last year? Or the year before, whenever that was. So, yeah, we've got to... I suppose in that sense you do have to be careful, but... Oh, I couldn't imagine it being that low. Jake, are you going tonight to Marvel? Nah, I can't go. I can't go. I don't have an away membership, first and foremost, as the Bulldogs kick a goal and they are on the board. But yeah, I was going to be looking after our youngest, but he's ended up going to the football today as well. So, what's the score for the Blues and the Suns? Grok, the thing with Fawcett is he doesn't get involved without the ball at AFL level. They have a 10-minute patch where he's involved but does nothing for the rest of the game. Yeah, I mean, you can probably say the same thing, though, for Armstrong too, and even at some points, Fall was the same. He probably gets the most involved out of the 3. I think it's just the nature of a young forward, but I just worry that he's going to go to like an Adelaide or a Port Adelaide and be the main forward in a few years and smash it. Here we go, out the middle here. Juddy Clark on the wing, on the left peg. Oh, Garner's just roll out of bounds there, mate. Roll out of bounds. Blues up 70. Oh, close game. Jeez, I hope. Oh, I feel bad saying this, but I hope Carlton win. I kind of want Gold Coast to get fully derailed. OHB in the ruck here on the wing. Looks like a bit of a breeze taking the ball across the ground. Juddy Clark just doing some stoppage work. Getting busy early, Juddy. Oh, good tackle from NRT. Oh, Vandermeer's out the back. The doggies going inside 50. Nor out of position, but it could be a push. Jesus, that was lucky. That was very lucky. Who does everyone want to win out of Gold Coast and Carlton? See, I feel strongly about wanting Gold Coast to lose, because I think the more that they decline, the more likely we might be to be able to shake one or two players loose from there. And you just want them to have a shit time, don't you? Like, just given the circumstances, then they pick up Petrarca, they pick up Ugelhagen. On the back of they make a prelim last year, whatever it was? No, it might have been a semi-final. Yeah, I'd love them. I'd love him to just shit the bed a little bit, to be honest. Oh, that's a dangerous kick from Nor, trying to hit Toner up, and it's been marked just outside 50. Well, love for Carlton in chat. Trouter wants a draw. Actually, I think I did tip Carlton. One behind for the Bulldogs. Got to be careful trying to be too cute with the ball in the back line here. If you're going to make that pass, Nor, you've got to hit it. I think we've got Trezise on kick-in duties now. Carlton for the lols, Gold Coast for your tips. Well, we also need Gold Coast to lose to still have them as a team whose time between their previous win is longer than ours. If I've said that correctly. That stat you pulled up the other night, Grok, on your screen. Kane McAuliffe bursting through. This is our first. Oh, good spoil. Just didn't have anything down there to kick to. Never ever want Carlton to win anything nuclear days. I'm usually the same. I feel like I can make an exception though if it's up against Gold Coast. I think there's more comedic value in Gold Coast losing currently. Oh, straight, you got to get that. Oh, jeez, he's just booted it into the guy's chest. Nor with the tackle. NRT on the wing. Juddy Clark. No, both missed the ball and the tackle. Geez, the Bulldogs are peppering here. Kane McAuliffe, another tackle, but surely we're going to mark this. Representation. James Trezise takes a grab in defence by himself. Juddy Clark out the other side. Get on your left, Juddy. Go, son. NRT involved. A little cheeky handball. Force it. Just take that out of bounds, mate. No, oh no, it was kept it in, but it's turned over. Oh, got it back. Pollock's unlucky with a half volley. John, an overall very positive about our club's direction, but can't work out why McAuliffe is in the senior side. I reckon it's a bit to do with his disposal efficiency, John. And I think the simplest way that I've been able to end up looking at it is, do we get more out of Jack Ross than Kane McAuliffe? And I think the answer is yes. I reckon that's ultimately what it comes down to. And I don't think too many would argue that. The secondary argument is, okay, when thinking about the future, are we better off playing McAuliffe ahead of Prestia? That's probably the next question. Prestia's been playing okay, but he's also not going to be there in the next 2 or 3 years. And I would personally love to keep McAuliffe, and don't mind the idea of giving him the midfield minutes to keep him at the club first and foremost, but to help his development and growth. Or Pollock goes inboard. Dangerous kick. We like it. Kane McAuliffe, that man in question, takes the mark. Juddy Clark out wide at the top of the 50. Get off him! Too far out to score here. I like the intent, though, with the inboard kick. Juddy Clark puts it inside 50. Oh, Forster's taking a one-hander. The big tap. Look, it's a low percentage shot on goal here in the pocket, but, I mean, we'll take a mark inside 50. Let's see what Forster does here. He's going to go around the body, I imagine. Interesting to hear Luke Bruce talk about the planning and the execution of these kicks, going through like positional maps on the ground as Liam Fawcett runs around into the right foot. He snaps and is across the face for one behind. Which teams do you dislike? I probably dislike Gold Coast a bit at the moment. Who else? I mean, I don't ever really like Collingwood winning, but I don't know who else. Geelong's probably another one, just for historical reasons. And even the Kangaroos, like they just for some reason always have our measure. No matter what stage of football we're in, they seem to always have our measure. For all the work I do for Richmond, they should give me a gold-plated membership. No, I mean I've managed to get a polo shirt. I'll take a gold-plated membership though if they want to offer one. But no, I've been very, very lucky that they've been kind enough to get me involved in bits and pieces. Hopefully a few more things to come. If it's, if it helps connect the fans to the club and we all learn something, most importantly, then that's, honestly, that's all my aim ever is when doing those things, whether it's a press conference or a chat with Geishan or Uzo, whatever it is. My aim is solely always, I want to come away having learnt something I wouldn't have otherwise known from a regular press conference. Oh, 3-on-1 inside forward 50 and the doggies have marked it. Transition football. Gold Coast have taken the lead. Oh, no. Yeah, Jakey, I thought Juddy was going to play as well. Yeah. I'm not sure who the young player is going to be, Jakey, that may leave. I mean, there's so many that fit that criteria. It's actually really difficult to try and pinpoint. As Emmett wheels around and kicks a goal, the doggies have got 2. Yeah, it's I don't know. I mean, I can tell you, I hope it's not. I mean, I hope it's not. Hope it's not Lawler. Hope it's not Cumming. I mean, I hope it's not any of them, to be honest. But and I don't know if this player fits the category, but I had a funny feeling about McAuliffe just because of this whole in and out of the team thing, the South Australia piece. But that I probably felt that more for this year, not next year, given the whole Butter scenario. But as I said, I'd rather keep Kane as well. Nuclears, I have a feeling that if we get Butters, Port Adelaide will want McAuliffe or Fawcett or both as part of the trade. Possibly, and I think we have to be. I think we have to be comfortable with that, given the play you're getting in return. Fawcett's an unknown quantity, I suppose. As much as we want to see him play, he's still unknown. McAuliffe has probably got a few more runs on the board, doesn't he? Jeez, we're giving away some sloppy free kicks here, hitting too high. I suppose my thing is if giving up a player reduced the value of the picks we have to give up, I'm probably feeling okay with that. Personally, I have McAuliffe over Hugo. He's a lot more clean. The only problem is I'm just not sure that McAuliffe plays the wing very well. I know we saw it earlier on in the year, and I was happy to see him playing, but we now probably are in a spot we do actually have a couple more specialist wingmen that you would probably pick because they understand the role better than what McAuliffe does. Adelaide teams simply don't like, and you live their heels. Yeah, they dropped the game last night or the other night, didn't they? Bit of a scrappy start here at Whitten Oval. Looks fairly blustery. Samson Ryan in the ruck.
Ball comes unstuck. Craig Peters did well to keep that in. Here's McNeil, who kicked the first goal of the game. He got it up towards Cleary, who was run down.
Oh, good spin.
Richmond can go now. Varlett's got it. The boy on debut. Passes nicely up towards the Fawcett direction.
Get it in, Fawcett. This is where we take too long. Like, he's going to kick it in there anyway, but we've just let players get back. Oh, he's overshot that massively. That's a shocking kick. Oh, was it touched? Okay. Okay, it was touched. Well, you reckon Force will end up Jay Schultz 2.0? Yeah, I have a bad feeling he'll end up doing well somewhere as well.
The 23rd man who's on debut today. Couple to beat when it hits the ground. He's still in the contest here.
Oh, is he in the back then? No.
He's prepared to give him the chance. So we'll have it.
Should have been McCall from Prestia for Johnny. Yeah, maybe.
Smith just smashes at 15 metres to clear out.
How's he got rid of that? Or was got stolen from him? Have we got anyone here to take a mark? Oh my God, Rioli on 3 and he got held back.
By Gardner, and the stray can work it out with
any chance we could keep pick 1 if Butters comes in? Oh, hang on, Morris. Oh, it's bloody pinballed off his leg. Jeez. The longer it goes on, the more I'm probably resigned to the fact that if the trade happens for Butters, that we're probably having to lose pick 1. Oh, the Dogs have just gone coast to coast here. Jeez, they just worked that around the outside of the ground real quick. Plays on. 3rd goal for the Dogs. They're off to a hot start here. It's a couple of times now the Doggies have just gone coast to coast. Need to get better at defending that. And we're just lacking some representation up forward too. We can't have... If the ball's kicked 25 metres in the air, it shouldn't be up to Morris Rioli to try and fight 3 of them to get to the ball. There has to be a big dude there somewhere to get hands on that. But yeah, I do fear that pick 1 will have to be almost non-negotiable part of the deal. I'm kind of just wrapping my head around that it has to be that way in preparation. Yeah, hopefully Juddy's in next week. Is the the Bulldog play across the line? I didn't think you allowed to cross that line in a ruck contest. Has that rule changed? Jeez, tough gig. Grock, with rumours of both Rowell and Anderson unhappy, the Suns have had the chance to take one. Who would I take? I would take Anderson. I would take Anderson. It'd be nice to have him kicking goals for us after the siren instead of against us. I feel that Anderson's more consistent. And I think Rowell will end up in a similar situation to Hopper in the sense that we're going to have a few players who can do a similar role. I know Rowell does it at a good level. That's got to be 50. Jeez. I'd want Anderson personally. Yeah, MB, I'm sure that was a rule that they couldn't cross the line. Not sure what's happening there. Juddy reminds you of Greg Tivendale, lethal left foots. He did have a good left foot, didn't he, Tivendale? He was somewhat maligned as a player, wasn't he? But he did have a left peg. Club website is a nice write-up of Harry Scott. Maybe he's a sneaky chance on the list somehow. There's always been some murmurs about Harry Scott, hasn't there? Just in terms of him being of interest to clubs, but it's never eventuated to much else. So a good spoil by Samson Ryan. Morris Rioli, surely it's holding the ball. Oh, jeez, he must have just got a toenail on that. That's incredible. That's not been rewarded.
How close was LRT to a Norm Smith in 2000?
Wow.
Very close. Very, very close.
Oh, Samson Ryan wins his own tap.
Being a premiership player at all, given how tight that grand final was.
Nah, but Fawcett is just out of position there. Oh, that's a bad kick. Turnover. Morris Rioli runs in, sidesteps, and goals. On the board, Morris Rioli Jr. Very nice.
Morris Rioli with some fancy footwork, and Richmond make them pay. Oh, I reckon that'll get a run on the front bar with the old Peter Landy.
Very good.
Kick.
That was an absolute scuff kick, though, from the Bulldogs out of defence. My goodness, that was That was disgusting.
Sidestep as well.
Was a little dance from Morris.
Are Carlton losing again yet?
Saturday night somewhere.
What do we got about the selection? Let's see. Yeah, I'd love to see Juddy for the last 3 or 4 games. I would. Anderson 100% also was a big Tiger fan. Was he really, Alpha? That's interesting. That's interesting.
Day at the Whitten Oval.
Yeah, I'd
Nate,
I mean, if we just
Keeping us on air.
enter dreamland ever so briefly, folks.
At the back, received there.
If
May.
we were to get
Body.
Zach Butters this year, and then maybe we get Noah Anderson next year. If we got Butters and Anderson in 2 consecutive years, I would then feel a lot more comfortable about giving up our first round pick, our number 1 pick this year to get Butters, because that would signify that our midfield would be complete with Butters, Anderson, Lawler, Houghton, Taranto, Ross, McAuliffe, Campbell, Cumming,
I reckon last year.
Smiley. Like, imagine that as a midfield cohort for the next 5 or 6 years after you complete the pieces of the puzzle. If that's the long-term play, and that could very well be a genuine selling point for Butters too, that, hey, we've got someone else coming in next year too. If that's the end result, I'd be happy for that.
Baker looking for options. In the end, he pulls the kick short.
Or he's dropped what he should have taken.
For Ramshaw. Sharky.
Really doesn't have it always where the ball isn't. Well, he seemed to be in a good spot before
Wing and half forward.
to receive and get a goal.
Back on the Smithies SMS line that indeed Brian Gardner's kick was a shocking kick.
Can you see someone who isn't as physical of their excellent foot skills? Yeah, and that's why I probably defend Sonzi a little bit, because he is probably one of the best users of the ball in our team. And granted, how is that not held? What is happening? How do we not get free kicks like that? Oh, Toner has 2 bounces, handballs off. Oh, that's across the face of goal. How was that not a free earlier? Yeah, so I rate Sonzi's disposal and decision making, especially going inside 50. He's one of the very few who lowers his eyes. So that's why I'm willing to give him some grace on not getting 5 tackles a game, because whilst you want to see everyone pressuring and tackling, there's also a lot of other different roles within a team, and it may not necessarily be his number 1 objective to get 5 tackles. Oh, Garner misses. And I think that's sometimes easily lost on people. But granted, you do want to see some full ground pressure. I don't want to take away from that. But yeah, I then weight heavier the fact he can use the footy, because we have so many players who can't use the footy, which hurts. Blues are 6 points up. Very nice.
The running headband, of course, the duck hook goal for Oscar Baker. He has a couple of bounces now. Gallagher to Cooper Craig Peters. They get to the wing. All of this by hand. Baker.
Oh, Baker's just well tracked though.
And Richmond win back the footy. Here's JD Varlett.
Oh, Varlett on debut. Touch ball. Oh, that was a dog of a bounce. It's still bobbling around. Oh, McAuliffe. He's ducked his head there. It's got to be... He didn't handball that. Oh, my God.
Lewis tried to step around Houghton, gave it to May, then got it back. Wilbur Weil goes across the face of the ground and over to...
Just got to shut that outlet. How is that not play on?
It's called to play on now. He stepped around Judson Clark. He handballed it to Baker, who stepped through a couple of Tigers. Which way? That way goes the headband off to Lewis.
Gee, Baker's setting up a lot of run and drive from the back half. Samson Ryan with an intercept mark and gets it moving quickly. That's what I like seeing that from Samson. But now McCall's held it up for way too long. Way too long. And you know, that kind of kick right there is probably why he ends up on the chopping block when push comes to shove compared to Jack Ross. Just with how long he held the ball up then, that kick had to be better. That had to be somewhere near a Richmond player. It wasn't anywhere near anybody in the yellow and black. I don't want Butters at the cost of pick 1. Will be 26.5 at the start of the season. Large, long contract. The clip can come quickly. I get the concern, but gee, someone of his ilk and the young kids learning off him, it could really catapult us quickly. Good pressure. Good pressure. This is better pressure. Just don't give away the free kick here. McAuliffe. What's he going to do with this one? Oh, McAuliffe inside 50. Out in the full. Excellent. God, I'd rather 10 years of Harry Van Hadden or Tex than 4 years of prime Butters. I'm not sure I can agree. I'm just putting a big value on how much can a Lawler, a Houghton, players like that, how much will they learn and how much better will they become playing with the Zach Butters? To me, that's nearly immeasurable.
Through the centre square with the captain Orgel. He'll give to Harvey Gallagher, who's got Baker running shotgun. He'll try and draw a player before he...
Geez, that Baker is still running.
So 12 had 13. He decided
oh, he's just turned Trezise inside out. 50 goes the kick. Good spoil.
Brilliant fist, Lockwood. Bartlett doing the roving. Phillips sweeps the handball wide. He gets it now. Good tackle, Tristan Maple. Brilliant pick up, Gardner. Walker got him close.
Oh, just lock it in, Gardner.
He tried to get it to Kennedy. They can raffle it in the centre square. Craig Peters gives it to Kennedy now, who goes to Baker.
Blues lots of dare, playing to win. 2 goals up. Anderson, a huge Lids fan, modelled his game off Delidio. Yeah, okay, interesting.
Kick and a half out from goal. He goes short to Vandermeer. And Latham can have the shot at goal.
God. Could we see the second coming of Hardwick back to Tigerland? No, I don't think so. Bring him back as a line coach? Start him as Waterboy can work his way up. I mean, that would be somewhat funny, wouldn't it?
Kiki's first and the Scray's fourth. He crosses 50. It's 11 points before the kick. That's going through.
Is it point for the Dogs? I'd love Oscar Baker the Tigers. He seems... I actually didn't mind him at AFL level earlier in the year. I'm not sure what his form's been like recently as to why he's in the VFL. But the games I saw when he was at the top level, he looked okay. Yeah, I like Kane McAuliffe too, but I do think that a lot of it is to do with his disposal as to why he's maybe back here currently. And I think some of the kicks we've seen today, I think highlight that, don't they? Just got to be a lot cleaner. Oh. Nice mark from Trezise. Out to Juddy Clark. Beautiful. Nope. Nearly a beautiful kick. I don't think we need Butters now. Can't see anything in guidance he can give that Taranto can't. Oh, I can't agree there, Alpha. I respect the view, but Butters is 20 times the player Taranto is from a complete package perspective, I reckon. 20 times is probably a bit harsh. Taranto's been really good for us, but Butters is game-breaking. And I also think about how much pressure does it take off Lawler and Houghton and co if you've got Butters and Taranto, then all of a sudden Lawler and co are like a third string midfielder. So they kind of don't get as much heat as well. I think it's just really windy out there, RFC Centre, looking at the trees in the background. A few of the boys, and even the Bulldogs have missed a couple of even some short passes. How have they worked that out? Oh my God.
Which means Harvey Gallagher's got the free kick in front of the on the outer side of the ground.
El Nor flies.
Smashes it over the boundary line. We'll have it thrown in. Right on the quarter time siren.
I really hope the breeze is going to the left of screen.
Because we can reset the field and go again in the second term. The Scray are 3-2-20. The Tigers are 1-2-8. Didn't really reach any great heights that opening term. But we'll take a break on VFL.com.au and the VFL Live app. And we'll come back with the second term shortly.
All right, disposal winners at quarter time. Trezise 11 with 3 marks, 1 tackle. McAuliffe 7 with 2 marks, 1 tackle. El Nor 7. Phillips 6. Collier 6. Sharkey 5. Ollie Houghton 5. Juddy Clark 5 with 3 marks. Varlet on debut 4 disposals, 1 tackle. Any of the other AFL boys? Toner 3. Samson Ryan 3. NRT 3. Force at 3 with that, obviously the shot on goal. Morris Rioli, two possessions and a goal. Hayes Brown on the one touch. Yeah, look, not an awe-inspiring quarter to kick things off, it must be said. But it does, like I said, it looks windy, and it'll be interesting to see what we do in the second quarter if it's going the left of screen. Fingers crossed. Does it have to be an on-field player? Oh, there should be. I think it does need to be an on-field player. I do. I think there's far more value in having someone on the field teaching kids things in real time than pointing at vision afterwards. I think on-the-job learning at that level is far superior than looking at a screen. But that's not to say we shouldn't still get good people off field too. Like I still feel somewhat confident about the Cochin piece as being something that we've definitely put forward. And I heard, and I said this a while ago, I did hear a long time ago that we had approached Pendlebury, as did probably every other club, if he retires, to do some assistant coaching, because he does have coaching aspirations. So if you're able to get Koch and Pendlebury in the off-season as well, hypothetically, I still think we would need an older head for like that director of coaching role. And it's still, I know Longmire said he's got no interest now in being a head coach. I do wonder, is there a way to make a director of coaching role work with him, given his current setup and environment with his other business? I do wonder. It'd be worth asking the question. And Pendles does have a very good relationship with Taj. He does. Yeah, Trezise does look composed at this level, RFC. Yeah, look, I'll be a bit disappointed if we left him out because of that game in isolation against the Hawks. Like it's a big job asking to play on Nick Watson, right? Because prior to that, I think he had a pretty solid month. So, but he's definitely showing. I think he's showing he's a bit above the VFL level. If we could get any play, what position do you think us Tigers need desperately? If I'm saying desperately would be, a 25 to 27-year-old key forward with 130 to 150 games plus experience. That for me would be, or more experience, who is somewhat agile. I know that's a bit of a big list, but that type of key forward, I think, is the prime thing we need. Just because as much as I love Lynchy, he's just a bit slow now, isn't he? Like when chasing players outside of defence, opposition just runs straight past him and we give up so much more ground. He can't shut down the leading lanes. So I just think we need something more in that position, and we don't currently have that on the list. Because the last thing we want to do, we don't want to expose Fall, Armstrong, Sims. Like those guys aren't ready to be the number one forward. Nowhere near ready. They need a foil. They need some support, some leadership, a big body, an older body. So I think we do need to address that. I just don't know who the player is. I mean, King sounds like he's going to the Hawks. A few people have mentioned McLean. Mitch Lewis has just signed. He was one that I was really keen on. So I'm not sure who else is left, but I'm kind of at the point now where my preference is to find someone than to have Lynch again next year. His body's just too unreliable as well. It's just getting hard. And if we don't have someone who plays that role, we're going to struggle to score. So we need to address it urgently. Heels, you reckon Pendles will still play on next year? Yeah, I don't know. Even, like a few Collingwood supporters are feeling like that he's slowing up a bit now. I mean, naturally, like with how old he is. Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't see him playing at another club, Pendlebury. I think if he's going to do the coaching thing, it'll be, he will just shift into the coaching role specifically, I reckon. Where our spine we can build around and probably need the outside players and ruck support. Yeah, ruck's another one as well. We do have we've got a spine. It's just too young. I still think we need that experienced player to really steady the ship for us. Would Sidebottom be worth getting for a year? From what I've seen recently, I don't think so. Like, getting someone like Sidebottom in playing, it's going to mean that one of these youngsters misses out on playing. I just can't see the benefit that Sidebottom could bring, for a year. Alpha's happy to take pick 3, 16 and 20, no butters, and sit on the bottom for 2 more years, no problem. Yeah, it's a tricky one. I just wonder how much can we catapult ourselves by having butters. Where are we? Second quarter, about to get underway here at Whitten Oval. Hopefully we can be a bit more impactful and damaging this quarter. It was a bit of a dog's breakfast, skill-wise. Samson Ryan in the ruck. Kane McAuliffe in the middle. Toner and Juddy Clark on the wings. Would love to see Juddy Clark get ultra busy and jag a goal. We need some experience around Uze if we're going to persist. We definitely do. Yeah. I think we've done the right thing getting in the development coaches as well, but now it's time to then round it all out by getting adequate experience. Oh no, it's a bad spot to turn it over. Jeez, we've dodged a bullet there in the opening seconds of the second. Yeah, somebody who's mobile and can apply pressure and hard lead, agree. But we then have to also make sure that we kick the ball to them correctly too.
So Lockie Street brings the footy back in. Nice little step on Jack Billings. A little bit of drizzle now around the Whitten Oval. Big pack of players. This is May.
Oh.
Going backwards to Dillamitru, who goes further back to Cleary. Broadcast side of the ground. He comes.
Geez, the Dogs are just getting it out wide to Baker at will.
McNeil, who kicked the first goal of the day, kept it low, chiseled it beautifully. Nice ball to Ramshaw. Kick and a half out from goal. It's a stacked 50-metre arc.
Fair few back in there. Gretzky is ready to go. How many games has he played though, Paul? Like, is he experienced enough? Would be my only question.
Went past Kennedy, Emmett back to Cleary. Didn't panic, gave to Gallagher on 50.
I feel for Uze, he might come across slightly robotic in press conferences, but I have a feeling if he was overly passionate in front of media, he'd possibly be labelled as unhinged. Yeah, I probably don't read too much into the press conferences by way of like mannerisms and tone super. Like, as long as he's saying and doing the right things behind closed doors to the player. And I think we've seen enough videos from the club to show that he does speak and act a lot differently behind the scenes than what he does at a presser. Samson Ryan with a mark in defence. You'll love to see it. Yeah, I'm okay with him just playing a straight bat and doing what he's got to do at presses. I know it's probably not what fans want to see is Ollie Hayes Brown takes a nice big mark. But as long as the communication's right behind the closed doors, that's probably the more important piece. Fritsch is a free agent. Would be against him coming in. I've always liked Bailey Fritsch. I mean, I'm not sure why he would leave the D's currently. But yeah, he's always been a very handy player, I reckon, Bailey Fritsch. The Dogs are retreating. Oh, it's a dangerous kick of Ollie Hayes Brown. Oh, he just couldn't get there in time to impact that contest. Carlton won by 13. There we go. The wheels are falling off. Very good. Oh, come on, cameraman. There we go. See, and that bit of play there when Hayes Brown just didn't get there, that's kind of like what happens when Tom Lynch is there. They just don't have that leg speed to go and close off that kick or intercept it, or it could have and should have been a really easy intercept, or at least bringing that ball to ground to give us a chance. The streak continues, poor Dimmer. Good work, Juddy. Oh, that's a dog of a bounce.
Over the top now for Gardner. Plays it back towards Cleary, who plays on and goes for a run. Cleary spreads it wide now for Jakes. Jakes 80 metres out from goal. On half forward, tries to get round.
This has been not having Sims or Harry's a bit annoying as well. Oh, Sampson, another mark. Jeez, look at him just drifting back. Being serious, that's exactly the things you want to see Samson Ryan doing. Floating back in defence a couple of times, taking a couple of marks. That, if he can do that and add that as a frequent part of his game, is there... Oh, that's a bad kick forward, my gosh. That gives him an actual chance to play AFL football. I'm not suggesting he's going to take over his number 1 ruck, but doing those things, getting back and taking marks in defence and chopping out. Oh, jeez, that's what we need. Jeez. Lockwood was just in no man's land there. No idea why he didn't just go for the ball. I'm not sure what he was trying to defend. Would I take Bailey Humphries? Wouldn't be against Bailey Humphries. Yeah, it wouldn't be against him. What's... I mean, he's had a bit of a down year, hasn't he, Bailey Humphries? Bulldogs, another goal. This has not been a good start. Is that the other Darcy? Only 21. He's kicked 26 goals this year. Way ahead of our key forwards. How would he go? So, fair enough, he's kicked 21 goals. 26 goals. But how much of that is because he's had Cadman, he's had Hogan, he's had Stringer there to kind of shield him? That's probably my big question. Like, if he was to come across and Lynch retired, could he be the main forward, and how does he handle that? That's what my worry is. Oh, they finally paid one crossing over the line. It's only taken him a quarter and a half. Samson Ryan. Samson saw us have picked one, linked to Van Haddam. Oh, NRT. Rose one off the pack. Dribbles one through. Noel Roberts-Thompson. Well read there off the pack for a nice little goal. Very smart football, NRT. Another good bit of play from Samson Ryan. He's having a reasonable game here. Dimmer's new toys are broken. It seems that way, Aussie. And I think we're all here for it, if I'm being honest. I think we're all for it. Bailey Humphries. Sean Griggs. Is it Humphrey? I thought it was Humphries. Is there no West on the end of his last name? Gorn last night gave away so many ruck free kicks in the middle, crossing the line. Yeah, it is a strange rule. It's only strange because it's applied inconsistently, as is most things in the AFL. Oh, good composure, Juddy. Oh, shit. Trezise. Good trigger. Oh, no. But we are under all sorts of pressure here. Good release handball to Houghton. Juddy. Use that left peg. Oh, 50. He smacked him in the head. Well, maybe I got carried away there. That's a great mark from Samson Ryan. It's a rubbish kick, though. Rubbish kick. Look, I'm enjoying Samson Ryan's marking game. And that was a very nice kick from Juddy Clark as well to hit him up 45 metres away. Every time they fiddle with the ruck rule, it makes the game worse. I think that's a fair and reasonable assessment of the whole situation, isn't it? Oh, he's dropped the mark. Is that Fawcett? Dropped? Got pushed. Jeez, that was lucky because he dropped what he probably should have taken. The big tap gets a shot for goal. NRT is such a smart footballer. Great combination of athleticism, skill and aggression. I like him, Grog. And as much as the whole injury thing was a shitstorm for us this year and still is, it did allow us to see NRT playing, which I quite enjoyed. I thought it was good to get a look at him. Here we go. Liam Fawcett lining up for his first of the day. For the first time, Richmond scoring back-to-back goals. Approaches. Right foot kick on the way, and he's pushed it to the right-hand side. That needs to be regulation. Jakey Mistanrioli. He was a good driving force down back, wasn't he?
Opportunities on the table. Jake's short ball for
That's a
Lewis.
bad miss though from Fawcett. We can't really afford to be missing easy chances like that at any level. At any level. Can't wait for Clark to be back. His kicking's lovely to watch. I know he's a beautiful kick of the ball. What I like about it's going to be a free kick. Oh no. What I love about Juddy's disposal is it's always really, really aggressive. Like he's such an aggressive user. Doggy's inside 50. Samson down there again with a spoil. Fair play to Samson. He's having a pretty solid game here. I'm not sure why Lather's not playing. There was a few outs today. Obviously, a few were going back up to AFL. But yeah, I'm not too sure what was happening there. Surely we spoil that through someone. Oh, good spoil, Lockwood. Usually often throws out fast tracking. Do you think any of our draftees are developing faster than average? No, they're probably not. But like, when do you see fast tracking though? Like, I think fast tracking, in my opinion, doesn't mean we see accelerated development this year. I think fast tracking means that we see the development and growth occur for the years to come, but we've got them to that milestone or that exposure quicker. And more importantly too, Juddy Clark with a dangerous kick, overshot it. It may still work. See what I mean? How he's just always aggressive. I like him being aggressive with the kicks. And the accelerated, like excelling development and growth, we probably need him playing together to do that as well. So there's a few things. I still think it doesn't necessarily mean to see rapid progression this year, because you just don't usually have that happen with first and second year players. But you want to start seeing it a bit more next year because they're a bit closer to playing 50 games and so on and so forth. I think Samson deserves another shot at AFL. I mean, if he's going to play like he has been today, not to put the moz on him, then why not? He's actually been really solid. I think there was one bit of a shonking contest in the forward 50 there for Bulldogs. But on the whole, he's taken intercept marks in defence, taking marks up the ground, moving the ball on quickly. Like, I think he's doing everything you would want your ruckman to be doing. Oh, that's got to be a dangerous tackle. Jeez. Kurt, going well, thanks yourself. Going well. Cummings developing quicker than you expected. I'm just glad he's still out there playing. Like, oh, good mark. You know, people were often like questioning at the time about, is it the right call to have him playing? Like, I think us being able to get game time into him still has been so much more valuable than putting him on ice a few months ago. In terms of getting things set for next year, I think the games he's played has been well worth it, in my view. Oh, he's dropped that. Got to get numbers into defence here. Oh, Jesus, that's a centimetre perfect kick. Wow. Just got it over the top. The Whitten Oval brings back memories of the good old days when kids would wait out the back for the football, kicked over the fence, Aussie, and just run off and nick it. I mean, there's probably still a reasonable chance it happens still at these local games, isn't it? Just leg it with the footy.
From 45 metres out. Oh, he's a dead-eye dig. Is Cooper Craig Peters.
Jeez, another goal for the Dogs.
Dogs have got 5.
That's where that Fawcett miss hurts. At least Class kicking up, kicked high up in the end, easily spoiled, kicks him fast and low. He does like to kick him pretty flat and fast. like I said, those dangerous aggressive kicks, they might not always come off, but I think I'd rather see them be taken than not. Reckon Garner would make a good coach. Could we turn Sabs into a defender? I don't think so, Floppo. He just doesn't. I know he's taken a couple of intercept marks, but I think on the whole, he just doesn't have that defensive IQ and positioning, closing speed, all that kind of fun stuff that they probably need. His best hope was either going to be as a forward or a ruck. Here we go, inside 50. Houghton. Oh, good mark. Pollux. 7 metre perfect pass. Oh, what is that? Just either go, but oh god, that shits me. When you kick into a pocket of space, you got to make sure it's getting to the Richmond play so we can at least contest for it. Minimum. Oh, Lockwood's flying from about 4 deep there. Geez, that Al-Noor kick turns over and then bang the Dogs down the other end in a blink of an eye. Dimmock could possibly be looking for a job soon. No, I don't think we could have him back as director of coaching. No, it's far too conflicting. I don't think many people would be happy with it, to be honest. Just with how it all transpired initially. Oh, Pollock, good mark. Oh, I didn't pay it. Jeez. Yeah, I'd be a firm no, personally. NRT has to just go onto his right then. Should never try and cut inside to use the left in traffic. Juddy's kicking is reminiscent of Leon Cameron. So we had a Leon Cameron comparison. Tivendale one. Don't mind it. Oh, just burns past Ollie Hayes-Brown. Oh. Geez, that's an ugly kick. Ugly kick. Yeah, go for it, Trouter. Honestly, do you believe Sean Darcy is a player that we should even consider? I don't see how he could even be on our radar. Yeah, I think he could. Look, he's not going to solve all our problems, but if we were getting Harry Van Hatten, I know the hypothetical is still that Zach Butters will require pick 1, but if we get Harry Van Hatten, then I actually think that Sean Darcy is a really, really good idea to give Nank adequate support while not having to expose Harry Van Hatten. So he can develop for 1 or 2 years and get himself AFL ready, so we're not having to chuck him into a number 1 ruck role straight away or anything like that. And if it comes with Fremantle's first round pick as well, that's hugely valuable too. So I don't, if we're getting their first pick because we're taking on the salary, because we do have the money to take on the salary, so that's not really the issue. Does he add a lot as a ruckman? I don't think he offers much more or much less than what Nank does, but maybe he helps prolong Nank's career. It's an adequate backup, and if we get the extra first rounder with it, I think it's then worth it, especially if it then adds a bit of protection for Harry Van Hatten if we get him. Butters is a free agent, but all the rage and the talk is that Port Adelaide will match any free agent offer made, which means it's a trade. It forces it to a trade. So that seems the most likely scenario, that Butters will have to be a trade, whether it's us, whether it's the Bulldogs, whoever it might be. Yeah, I saw the AFLW side had a win. I was a bit annoyed you couldn't watch it though. I was trying to watch it on the app or the website, but there was nothing there that came up with Watch Live. Was it televised anywhere? I don't know categorically, Kat, if we're looking at a director of coaching, but I hope we are. I hope we're looking for some experience. I think Bailey Williams just signed for 5 or 6 years, I reckon. Would I trade pick 1 and 2 seconds for 5.13 and a 2027 first? Maybe. Like the only reluctance is because you get that bonus pick, but you're kind of offsetting that by getting pick 5 and the 2027 first as well. Losing 2 seconds though would be annoying, especially because we've got Tanner Armstrong and a couple of father sons too. Jeez, the Dogs forward inside 50 again. We're getting torched here.
What a footy factory that is, St. Kevin's.
Oh, it's on like his AFRW on the club app. I don't know if I've got the Richmond app on my new phone. I usually just look at their Twitter or Instagram for updates. That's good to know though, because I'm assuming there might be another practice game that they have. Oh my god, it's swirled in.
Edwards, the 23rd man, is on the board.
Jesus.
Every player gets to him. Every person hears from St. Kevin's, and they're cheering that one. Great kick at goal. 20 minutes into the
This is not a good start from us this first half. An entertaining game. Oh, good. Ellie McKenzie, 25 touches, 6 clearances, kick to goal. BOG, very nice. She's a gun. She's an absolute weapon. Oh, that's good to hear that it sounds like that we're moving the ball a lot better and differently for the women's program after the overhaul, because they were struggling last year. It was a big struggle. I wish this could be an entertaining game. Like, you try and do the right thing and do a like, because you think you're going to get a pretty good contest, and we don't live up to it. Super frustrating. Nah, not able to get to the game tonight, Flopper. I don't have a away membership, so and for up until yesterday, I was meant to be looking after the youngest here, but he's gone to the Hawks game today, so no, I won't be going. You heading along? 21 minutes gone. Another footy redraft. Oh, that's good tackle. Our back six in the AFLW were brilliant. Poppy Kelly untouchable. In the rack. Oh, nice, nice. Do they show the replay anywhere? I'm pissed off that I missed that now. Because I was tracking the score on my phone, but I just thought that maybe... Yeah, oh, that's a shocking kick. That it just wasn't televised for some reason. Didn't even think to check the official app.
With the headband on. Nice pass for Orgel by foot. Orgel now on the point of the centre square. Will look for a target inboard. He sends it towards
Doggies forward again.
Darcy's down there. Spills towards the pocket. Sharky sharked the pack and then
oh gosh.
Out of bounds on the full. And it's going to be
kicked it out in the full across the face of goal. That can't be 15.
Says the umpire. Spills back out towards Gallagher. Gallagher to Kennedy. And then Kennedy.
Oh, he steps inside him.
Did it magnificently and kicks a superb goal.
Jesus.
Holds its line. And he kicks his first of the afternoon.
This has been shite. What are we doing?
Margin out to 37 points.
They're only a few spots above us on the ladder, and we're just getting beaten in all lines on the ground.
Sharky flat. His kick went out of bounds on the full, and straight away the Dogs went into attack mode from the pocket. Harvey Gallagher.
Their springboard counter-attack is very, very potent, the Dogs. They switch it well at the back line, hit their targets, and away they go.
Jake's second goal for the season, as you said, Joshy. 8 now for the first half.
We've just got no answers. Yeah, I know, it's shocking, Northern. Shocking. Really thought we'd be in for a good game today.
North Melbourne and Carlton. The unfortunate thing is they're leaving it up to others. And it doesn't help that Southport had a 7-point win over Frankston earlier today. Back in the centre square. Nice.
McAuliffe with a little centre clearance. Good kick. Go, Toner. Yep, get it moving. There we go. Wheel and go.
Toner wants to go beyond him. getting it here.
Oh,
Oh, it didn't take the mark.
no, okay. Thought it might have been a free, probably.
To Gallagher. Fattening the stats.
It is Floppo, it is. Yep.
At the top of the count for the Dogs.
Yeah, you just want the AFL boys to
Gallagher will
rise a bit, don't you?
down the line. Closing in on halftime. Lockwood's there with Hayes Brown. Darcy rove the pack. He was wrapped up, and the umpire says, I'll have this footy.
God, can we jag one here before half time? Oh, gosh, the Dogs have just worked out of there real quick. Jeez, that's 2 or 3 times now Lockwood's got massively lost defending. Just taking his eyes off the ball, not having touch. And his opponent able to take an easy, uncontested mark. He's having a bit of a dirty day defending Lockwood. Yeah, I thought there might have been some front-on contact there, Northern. Jeez, they're just not missing too. Just not missing.
Sexton on the board and joins a long list of goal kickers now.
Going into goal again is
Terrible, terrible.
new player to the Scray this season.
Scoreline for tonight's game. Oh God, it could look like this, to be honest. Oh, my biggest concern is about what Kat said about the defence tonight against the Bulldog forwards. With no Miller. Oh, pardon me. No Miller, no Bolter. Leaving up to Annan, Trainer, and then, Broad, Brown, Vloston. It just feels like we're really undersized and we're clearly very inexperienced from a big man perspective as the Dogs go forward again. So, yeah, if the Dogs mids can move the ball as they want to, which will probably happen at some point, I think it could end up being another 60, 70 point affair, just with how low for numbers we are in the back line. But, I mean, maybe we have a better response than what we did last week. Maybe they become a bit more daring, a bit more attacking, and we give ourselves a better chance to score. Like, I just can't see us being able to defend it for long enough, but maybe we can be a bit more offensive and try and score more ourselves.
Closing in on the main break here on this Saturday afternoon at the Whitten Oval.
Good kick.
To the 23rd man who's also on debut, JD Varlett, rolling the corn rolls.
Inside 50 we go.
Position. Brilliant roving Toner.
Oh, Toner.
Nice little moment for him.
Oh.
Gallagher just trapped it with his bootlaces. Right on the last line of defence, Joshy, and the Dogs are going to get out of danger with Ramshaw.
Jeez, it almost got through to Juddy Clark at the back. Yeah, Jacob, it's interesting. Would you draft El Nor for the AFL? I've always said, and look, it probably looks worse now what I'm about to say because of the current predicament that we're in. But if we drafted El Nor, I've just never seen a world in where he plays in our AFL team. Granted, I didn't probably ever expect that we'd have this many key position injuries. Oh. So, I mean, in the current environment, he'd probably get a game, but normally we'd obviously have Miller available, Campbell Gray, Bolter, Gibcus, Anand. So I feel like he'd still be too far down the pecking order once everyone was fit and healthy, when they usually are. So I just think it might be a waste at our club, but I wouldn't be shocked if a club rolls the dice eventually on him, but obviously time's the enemy, I suppose. Nice mark from Ollie Hayes Brown. Oh, not a great kick though. Trezise cleans it up though.
Put it into the pocket. Oh, nice mark, Walker. Called to just slow it down because there is the siren for halftime.
Jeez, half time. That is a rubbish half of football, Richmond. 58 to 16.
Those goals for the Tigers. Tigers came off the boots of Morris Rioli and Noah Roberts-Thompson.
Oops.
The Dogs kicked 6 in that second quarter.
6 goals second quarter.
This game of
Bloody hell.
They lead by 42 points at the main break. This is round 18.
42 points behind at half time.
The second last game of the round, if you can believe
That is rubbish.
Tomorrow,
Disposal winners, Trezise 14, Sharky 11, Philp 11, Eleanor 11, McCall of 10, Collier 10, Juddy Clark 10, Ollie Houghton 9, Samson Ryan, oh, what's going on alongside? 8, is it 4 marks as well. Hayes Brown's got 6, Toner 5, Fawcett 2, oh no, so I'm looking at the wrong one. Fawcett 5, Roberts Thompson 4 disposals, 1 goal. Rioli still the 2 disposals, 1 goal. So not a hell of a lot changed. We just did not get very busy at all that quarter. And the Bulldogs put on 6 and have taken the game away from us in 30 minutes of football. AFLW Pracky match wasn't even on the W app. They've posted highlights on the Richmond app. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Northern's already got messages from your mates who follow the Bulldogs apologising for what's going to happen tonight. Yeah, it could get ugly. It could get ugly. We should go to delist players during the year. It would send a strong message. No, I don't think we'd need to be able to do that. I think there's too many contractual things in place that will never allow that to happen. I mean, that's why you'd be able to drop players, I suppose. McAuliffe, yeah, his skills haven't been the greatest. Yeah, and maybe that composure and execution comes with time. But he finds it enough, doesn't he? He gets enough of the ball. But yeah, he's just been a bit sloppy with his disposal, unfortunately. But today and at AFL level. From Kai being thrown in the deep end, I think he's doing all right. Yeah, it's going to be a big ask for Kai tonight. Like, he's going to be on Aaron Norton. What's Kai in? Like, his 6th game, whatever it might be. It's a huge task. So I just hope that everyone is mindful of that and go easy on him, because it's going to be a big ask. Norton lobbed to kick 10 between them. Well, possibly. Who knows? If we can defend the ground well enough, which we haven't really been able to do in recent times, so I'm not sure why that might change anytime soon. I worry there'll be just a lot of flooding to try and just mitigate the Dogs scoring, but it'll also hamper our own ability to score. But hopefully we just go full out attack and just see what happens. Yeah, he's not had a good half here, Philip, has he, Rioli? He also got the goal, which was good, right place, right time. But you're definitely always wanting more. Yeah. Late night. Had kids kicking us at God knows what hour. Club's in trouble, not much here to draw on. This particular game has not been very good. I was definitely expecting a lot better from this game, that's for sure. If we can get it into our forward line, I'm not sure their backs are strong. Yeah, so their defence is probably perceived as the weakest part of the side for them. But if we just blast it in, it probably helps them out a little bit. If we can actually get creative and hit some targets, that gives us somewhat of a chance. So I'm going to get my drink. I'll be back in a sec. Mid-season trade won't be far away. If you could do a mid-season trade, what player would you have targeted? Who would you go after in a mid? I'm sorry, my chair's stuck on the carpet. That's why I'm rocking back and forth. Who would you target in a mid-season trade? I might move this more centrally. What do you reckon our first quarter should be? Just guns blazing and try and move it quickly. I agree, Northern. In the first quarter in particular, just throw caution to the wind. Have a red hot crack. Be ultra aggressive. Take off risky kicks. I know that teams can set the ground up well, but I feel like if we were to try to move the ball quicker, and handball receive, that's the big one for me today. The one thing we haven't done very well at all. I mean, there's a lot of things we haven't done very well, but the one thing that keeps standing out to me is when we mark it around the ground, there's no one ever running past for that quick handball. It might happen sometimes, but very rarely, and that's just the best way to move the ball forward quickly and safely, because the guy on the mark can't run. Like they can't get to you. So let's do a bit more handball receive. Get on our bikes and actually run from behind, receive the handball, and get it moving. Adrian can see a flood to defend from the back half again. That's my worry too, Adrian. I worry about that. I worry that we're going to go into our shells because of the lack of defenders we've got, just to try and protect Kai and Luke Trainer. And I can understand it, but I'd still rather us be a bit more attacking and try and show some flair. I'm going to put the Bombers to get pumped by 100. Hope so. Surely they can't win 2 in a row. Grew up watching Richmond get belted day in, day out. Yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun getting beaten week in, week out. Here's Kano. How are you, mate? We need to get... I'll re-gut our list. I think it'll happen naturally. Like, you got to be careful not cutting too deep. And I think we did cut very deep when we lost 1,600 games experience in that one-off season. Some of that was deliberate. Some of that was circumstance. We ended up with all those picks, so it's worked out hopefully okay. But we know we're losing Broad. And I guess there's now a conversation about, do you lose Prestia and do you lose Lynch? Like, that's, what, 3... That could be almost 800 games, 900 games experience just in 3 players that we could lose. And I know when we play each week, I see some people try and throw out, oh, but look at our average age and games played. I think people forget how much our average age and how much our average games is spiked because of Lynch, Prestia, Broad, Short. Like, our older cohort are really old, and it spikes that number. So once they're not playing, our averages are going to come plummeting down. And it's a lot of experience to lose in one go. So it's an interesting one. Like we said, we know we're going to lose one of them definitely, and there's probably reason to feel we'll lose 2 of them. And I suppose, yeah, I think if we lose them, but if we keep still playing aggressive and getting games into kids, people will be understanding if we're at least trying to win games and playing hard and playing aggressive and are hard to play against. That I feel like is the key. Bulldogs are reigning premiers. We have 8 F. Did they win it last year? Did they? Interesting. Yeah, I think Thompson Dell, did he go okay again today for the Kangaroos? Yeah, the ball movement's not been great with the VFL as well. The Dogs have used it far superior today and quicker. Yeah, Morris, I was kind of expecting a bit more from Morris today in the VFL. I'd like to see him, again, I've said it before, I'd like to see him get thrown to the midfield at times too. I think what happens, and I'll always maintain this, playing as a small forward is one of the hardest positions on the ground to play. And because the ball's not coming down there, well, it's easy just to get lost and get cold. So that's why I'd like to see him injected onto the ball, even at VFL level. Get him busy, get him around the contest. I reckon that's just where he plays his best, when he's getting involved a bit more. Cat hoping to see Sonzi get some midfield time, inside midfield time, maybe rotating between him, Prestia, and Lawler. I really hope so too. It just feels like it's such a waste to bring him in and not play him in the position he's getting 30 touches in. I'm not saying he should play ahead of Taranto or Ross or Lawler or Houghton. I'm not saying that at all. But if we can get him 6 to 7 CBAs across the course of a game, give it a go. Give it a go. Get him up at stoppages. I hope he gets some time as well. I do. Why do we play so slow? Stop, prop, turn it over. Well, I think largely it's because we're folding back so deep. But when we mark the ball and they look up, there's often no one there to kick to. So I think they need to adjust how far back they're defending and actually press up a bit higher, so we've actually got some structure and some players ahead of the ball when we do turn it over. And it's probably even more reason why I think we need to be higher up on the handball receives, because whilst we may not be able to kick it forward straight away when we mark it, if we have someone running past for a handball, it at least gets the ball moving. It shifts the opposition zone and gets, I don't know, it might create other opportunities. So I think there's definitely ways around it. But yeah, I would like to just see the ball moved a lot quicker. A lot quicker. We had to put up with the Hawk supporters in the Richmond Reserve last week. They were far better behaved than the Bomber supporters. Yeah. Well, my wife and kid were also in the Richmond member area as Hawthorn supporters, but they've got Richmond memberships and have done for years. But they were pretty chilled out and relaxed about it all. Given the game was, she was nervous coming into it. My wife, I didn't know why. I told her he'd probably be about 70 points up at 3/4 time, and I wasn't far off. If they adjust the flood, it might work. A few plays up the ground. Yeah, it's just not having players so deep, because you just end up with no options. Like you get a quick counter attack going, and then you've got to come to a screaming halt, and we just kill our own momentum. So if we can just hold that a bit higher, that would be preferable. Not bad, this, not bad. Rockaby? Not bad. Double espresso, but 30 grams of protein. It's a nice little coffee hit. I hope Short can target his kicks tonight. He had a couple last week, didn't he, that went almost higher than they did further. It's a bit frustrating, isn't it? We keep feeding him the ball, but it often doesn't amount to anything. So, yeah, just got to get more dangerous. But that's where I'm like, are we better off feeding the ball to Tom Brown? Or does Tom Brown go forward tonight, folks? What do you think there? He obviously kicked that long goal last week, which was really nice. Does he get in the front half of the ground potentially? Maybe. I don't know. But we do have to work in our distribution from the back line. And that's why I like Sam Grill down there. I love it when he's playing with that dare and run and carry. So I would rather him get the ball and do that than players just blasting it high in the air. There's a lot of shit we need to fix and we need to amend, that's for sure. Can the half forwards come up so high that even if the wall's in the right position, there's no one there to crumb the ball? Yeah, and it just keeps compounding, doesn't it? Like we end up with players out of position. There's no options. The small forwards don't get a chance to get involved in the game. We kind of take ourselves out of the contest. So yeah, it's a tough team to play in, I can imagine. Sarge, how are you, mate? No, all good, mate, all good. Oh, you're on a date. Hello. Hello, very good. How did the date go? Where did you go for the date? Tell us all about it. Did you pay, first and foremost? And where did you go? Always reckon that 10-pin bowling is a good first date. Mini golf would be on par with that. I'm never a big fan of movies as a date. It seems counterproductive that you can't talk to the person you're on the date with. It seems to defeat the purpose. But let us know, Sarge. It was a bit of a Pink Panther throwback. We will stream some more games on the other channel. I might bring that link up quickly. We'll do a cheeky cross promotion. Why? Because we can. Where is it though? There you go. If anyone wants to see a bit more about me and what I do outside of Tigercast, feel free to get around that YouTube channel that I just sent through in the chat. So there's a sports tier list video out. I'm tracking my weight loss journey there as well. What else are we doing? We'll stream some video games. There'll be a whole raft of things happening over there on that channel. So it's just, I know I've always had interest in doing other bits and pieces, and it's probably derived from a lot of your feedback from the Wednesday night live. Like, we'll do some food reviews. The American holiday will be on there as well. See, we're trying to kickstart the second channel again. So any level of support and watch hours and subscribes and like everything is hugely, hugely appreciated. But yeah, we'll trickle some stuff through there. It's just a way to get to know me outside of football. So just a bit of fun, bit of a side project. It was not wasn't a conventional date. We're both gamers, so we played a game called Repo for a few hours. Really good fun. What's the game about? What's Repo about? What I like it that it's an interest for you both. Makes sense. Well played. Well played. VM, how can we expect us to take the game on tonight when we don't even see a hint of it in the AFL? Well, we have seen hints of it though. Like if we think back to the Brisbane game, that was probably the game we saw it the most, Carlton in round 1-2, but there's been not so much in the last 2 or 3 weeks in particular, but earlier on in the year, you would definitely see in games the times we would take the risk and try and open the game up. It just would only happen for 2 or 3 minutes, right? The trick is trying to get it to happen more often. But the last couple of weeks in particular, it's really, really been shelved, hasn't it? And that's kind of been everyone's frustration. Like, I think that's why supporters got frustrated, because we've seen us do it and try and do it. And it looks really good when we do try and do it. So let's keep doing it. Let's ingrain those good habits. So yeah, it's been there, but just not there for the last few weeks. So hopefully we can see it back tonight. Collect scrap. Okay, so kind of like Rust, co-op horror survival. So Rust with monsters. There have been games where the team is taken on through the middle and falling down going forward. Yeah. And I don't mind that. It's annoying when you fall down going forward, but I don't mind if we're going to take the game on and then it falls down with the last kick. I would much rather that happen than just play it safe. I'm in VFL, yeah. And I mean, your point's probably right, even if it was AFL. But you're right. We were definitely showing it a lot earlier in the VFL too. You're bang on. I remember back even to the Box Hill game. I don't know if you watched that one or not, VM, the Box Hill game we played, where we had no right to be in that game. We almost won it. And I think they were first on ladder at the time. And we were playing very daring. And it's, I don't know, everyone's kind of just gone back into their shell, haven't they? Game's back underway, folks. Third quarter has just started. Why does that keep posting? Oh, no, it's not. Let's see, though, if we can kickstart things in the third quarter. That is a shocking call. The Box Hill game was good. I agree. It was, the unexpected ones are good, aren't they? I know we didn't win, but the unexpected good performances, like, oh shit, okay. That was a good sign. Saw a bit there. We just haven't defended very well today, amongst a lot of things. Good, that's better, force it. Don't let him mark it, just put it out of bounds. Grok, if we could play like we did against the Brisbane for 75% of each game, supporters would be happy. Agree. And I think, again, I think that's where a lot of the frustration stemmed from, because we saw that and we loved it. Like, even though we lost by 36 points, that was comfortably, oh, maybe not comfortably, but that was really close to being our best game for the year. And we lost. But it was the way we played. And I know that Brisbane probably allowed that to happen a little bit. Like, they weren't maybe going full tilt, but we still defended well. We pressed up higher and aggressively. We moved the ball aggressively. And yeah, if we play like that every week and we still lose by 60, I don't think people will care so much. People will care, but just not as much. Oh, he handballed it. The umpire could not have possibly seen that, because Eleanor's back was facing the umpire. How could she have possibly told if that was a throw? They have purely guessed that. And Samson Ryan's just been clubbed in the face. How is that not a free kick? What is going on? Oh my God. How is that not holding the ball? What's the difference between that and Eleanor? This is, I know it's not impacting the scoreboard whatsoever, but what a load of shit that last 30 seconds is. My word. Who's chasing the bloke? What are we doing? What are we doing? Going down 3 plays on the bench against Box Hill. No, it certainly didn't help. And like that last kick as well, that mark. Jeez, is it just me, or were we robbed in that last 35, 40 seconds? That was incredible. I cannot believe that Ryan... I mean, I was thinking 50 initially. Not even a free kick. Wow.
He's sporting a look that if you used to watch 8 Mile, looks a little bit like the M&M days. He crosses 50, does Latham, and puts it on its way. Finger in the air. He knows as soon as he's kicked.
Then they go down and kick a goal.
It's gone all the way. He kicks his first. They've got 10.
They've guessed decisions, not paid obvious free kicks, and then the Bulldogs score. Shit like that is what takes the wind out of your sails. Absolutely deflated. Not suggesting we're going to get back in the game, but, you know, you come out after half time, try and start again, and you're like, oh, fuck, okay, what's the point? That's just what happens. If I clicked my button correctly, heels, I did clip that, I think. Clear handball, caught holding the ball. Yeah, interference. I know. It's insane. Insane. And like, umpires guess free kicks at AFL level too. And the Bulldog player just crossed the line again. And this is what we mean. Again, I know it sounds like I'm complaining, and I am. I just want it officiated consistently. Oh, call just laid a nice bump. There we go, inside 50. Where's the tap? Oh, Samson, the giraffe. He's being held. Hey, it's only taken a quarter and a half to get a free kick. Here we go, Samson. Your time to shine. I know Samson's had that one iffy ruck contest. I really do think he's had a reasonably solid game today in terms of his competitiveness, his marking, down back, around the ground. He actually deserves a goal here, to be honest, if he can kick this. Kick's on its way. Oh, it's still in. Is it? Oh, no, they decided to call a point as Juddy Clark's marked it. Oh, no, Stuart. We would have thought. Just want to see Juddy Clark have a big second half here. I'm really... How was that 15? That's gone the best part of 6 metres. Oh, my God. What is happening? I'm really wanting Juddy Clark to come in. He's dropped it. He's played a hold. He dropped the football. Oh, shit. What are we doing?
Of course, doing some nice things at Coburg. Couple of old Brighton boys.
That's gone about 4 meters.
Gets to Billings on the left.
What's going
Thumping
on?
kick inside 50.
What is going on?
They'll come out to meet it. Nice mark. That is Kane Sexton at his very best.
Is it just me, or have those kicks gone the best part of 4 meters or 5 meters?
Just stood in his
What a clusterfuck of decisions. And they wonder why supporters are pissed off at the state of the game. I'm committed to the cause, Kane, with Samson Ryan. Truthfully, he has played a really good game today. He actually has. Exactly right, Grok. The decisions compound how bad we're playing when we can't even get basic stuff like that. Criminal. And the short kicks and being called to play on when we haven't moved has happened for years. Yeah, I agree. Incorrect disposal for holding. Yeah, I agree. The one thing I hate is when they go with the old knocked out in the tackle. Well, no, if you didn't kick or handball and you were tackled, sorry, should be a free against. Make it easy. Hope so, Mark. I hope so. What do we got next week? So we'll have 21. So we'll have 4 games left. Look, fitness might be the only question, I suppose. But that withstanding, I'd love to see him in for 4 games. I still think he's got more to offer than what a Hugo might potentially. I wonder if there was any thought about not playing him today because of the marble surface. Would that be a thing still, do you reckon? Or are we past that? The Dogs just move the ball so much quicker and cleaner. Especially with Juddy as well. He's in a really interesting spot because he's out of contract at the end of this year. So in some ways he's playing for his career. I just feel like, though, we wouldn't have gone to the effort to send him to America and do all that kind of stuff if we weren't going to hold him for another year. Does that sound logical? We've got to be able to have representation there. Last week, Bolter was kept standing by the ump way after his opponent had played on, just bizarre antics. Imagine getting Juddy next week. Yeah, in the G against the Eagles. It's not a bad shout, Cat. Like, look, I know we're not in the best form right now. Again, that player just ran around and wasn't called to play on. What happened to, as soon as you step off your line, it's play on? That's insane. Anyway, I know we're not playing well, but the West Coast game has to be put down as a winnable game. It just has to be. Whether we win it or not, it's obviously a different matter. But it would be good to see Juddy in on that, get him out in the G in the big space. I wish there was some replays of that. I reckon he played on straight away and the umpire didn't call play on. Tough gig. Tough gig. So is anyone else in chat going to the game tonight? Anyone else heading along? It is interesting that they have the double header. Geez, our midfield just went totally missing there. Oh, Ielnor got in front. Like, we should be doing better than this. Heading to the game with the Bulldogs friends. Oh, it's always dangerous when you go with someone from the other team, isn't it? Hopefully it doesn't get too bad for you, Cat. Hopefully not too bad. Melanie's going very nice.
So he's lurking around this one, as is Jack Billings. Made to do the ruck work.
Hopefully it's a good turnout.
Street without looking. Thumped it out of there. Gardner from the back. Baker's at the front. It ends up with Dillamitru.
Anyone pick it up.
Back to Gardner. His thumping kick just goes high. Doesn't go long enough, so won't be paid a mark.
Good spoil.
Hits the deck there is Craig Peters. Beautiful hands. Flipped it over to Dillamitru. Now to McNeil. On the left foot, the Dogs go inside 50 again. Billings. Darcy presents.
Oh, God.
Take the mark as he crashed the pack with Orgel. It came up.
Is this Darcy touted as high as Sam Darcy? What's his story?
The umpire will say, we'll toss it in the forward pocket. 12 minutes gone.
3 umpires now, they still can't get themselves in the right position. It's remarkable, isn't it, Shane? It's remarkable. Yeah, look, Tigercast, the Eagles have definitely been playing some better football than us recently. It's most certainly not a given that we'd beat them, that's for sure. I've actually been surprised that we beat them the last 2 times in Perth, to be honest, because, you know, they're a year or two ahead of us, maybe more, in the rebuild cycle. So they've got some good players running around. But definitely, I would say on the whole this year, and their results probably reflect that too, that they've definitely played some better football more consistently than us. In a lot of ways, it's probably a bit of a danger game for us. When I say danger game, I mean in the sense that you don't want to get smacked by West Coast at the MCG like how Hawthorn smacked us, if that makes sense. For Reid, who will get the first goal of the game from a Richmond perspective? First goal. I'll go Ryan Mansell. I was almost going to go Zane Piker. I'll go Ryan Mansell from a Richmond perspective. Yeah, it's a long way down for Hayes Brown to pick it up, isn't it, Stuart? It's a long way down. Oh my God, it's a centimetre perfect pass again. Fair play to the Dogs. Their passing all day has been exemplary. Who's everyone else think? Who's everyone else going to pick for Richmond's first goal tonight? We should do a bit of a sweep. Grok's gone for Sammy Lawler. Do we think, not to ask too many questions at once. Oh, I've given Richmond a behind. What a dickhead. I can't undo that either. Oh, well. I've given Richmond an extra score, folks. We are not on 18. Do we think that Lawler's going to spend a bit more time forward tonight? Because of Bolter being out, as in to play that third tall forward? Eagles will win and we'll show the Bombers how to tank. Oh, good mark. 50. He's hit the ball out of his hand. Oh, we've got a Lynch. Aussie's gone Lynch. VM's gone Piker for both of us. Nice, I appreciate it. Cat, it's a good point now that Lynch has got his 500th goal. Maybe it was just a bundle of nerves and now he's got the monkey off the back. He'll feel a bit more calm and composed when having shots at goal. I don't know, hopefully. Free, do you have a feeling be Ross or Sonzi? It'd be nice if Sonzi got on the end of a couple. Elnor, oh God, Darcy's taking the mark. The Dogs again with great transition football. We could learn a thing or two here. Oh, Elnor, that's a couple of times he's tried that kick. Again, it's really hard to be critical there because he's actually taking a risk. And I think we want to see that risky kick happen as a general rule of thumb. It just hurts when it doesn't come off. But I think we'd still rather see the kick be attempted. Shane's gone Taranto. What about most disposals tonight, folks? Who's getting most disposals? I tell you what, for as poorly as we've played in the last few games, Taranto's been super. From even my player ranking system to see the impact tracker, he has always performed well above the baseline of 45 points. He's been really, really strong because he's getting score involvements, getting disposals. He's getting tackles, like a lot of tackles. He's had a really good, I think he's had a really good year in total, to be honest.
He's better on the run.
What's the Bombers score? Oh my God, another bung
Yes,
disposal.
pocket. What's he like from there?
Oh, he's
Great
blind
spot
turn.
tackle.
Got the handball over the
Goes
top. We are in
handball.
all sorts here,
They can
folks.
grapple it there.
Licorice.
Comes back to
Oh, he's
Rachel,
ducked the
looks
head.
body.
Don't get
Looks
sucked in
like
by
the
that
line.
bullshit.
Umpire didn't put the whistle to the
And if
man.
it's not too high, it should be holding the ball.
Now we're going to have a stoppage at the top of the game. Where
Taranto most disposals, short for most disposals. And then to kick the first goal started the third quarter and they mixed things up a bit, Stuart. Oh dear. I fear you could be half a chance. Gee, Sam Toner really celebrated getting a free kick there, showing what it means to us to get a free kick. Ross most tackles. Genuinely, one of my only hopes for tonight is that Jack Ross gets through unscathed. Sounds basic, but I just want him to come through with a clean bill of health. Because like I've said, I wouldn't have been against resting him for the rest of the year, but I respect that he's passed all the tests and done all that kind of stuff. But I just want him to be okay. See, McAuliffe, who was that to? I know Morris got there, but shit. Tim's winning the best and fairest, but I wonder if we'll clear it easily. I mean, it's almost the fact that he's played probably some of the most games. I mean, it was probably Jack Ross's for a little while there too. I wouldn't be shocked if Jack Ross is leading the best and fairest by the halfway point. And then Taranto will come home because Ross has missed a bit of football. And Taranto's game, I think, has improved in the last month or so as well. But yeah, I reckon Jack Ross will be leading early. Need the tackle more. Yeah, tackling more would be nice. Just pressure, like getting up in their face, defending the ground, a whole raft of things. Hawks 22, Bombers 15. Oh, good little tap from Morris. Oh, he's going to get rid of the ball. Oh my gosh, that's a dangerous kick too. Did not go to force this advantage at all. And oh, the Bulldogs have absolutely butchered that. We are just so scrappy. Good spin by Houghton. Call. Now we've got some space. Oh my God, he's handballed at his feet. Toner going forward. Good contest, Samson Ryan. I like it. I like him doing that. Ross brings tackle pressure too. Agree, Cat. Agree. And like our team defense has been pretty ordinary the last few weeks, but our midfield mix has been good and we're winning clearance as well. And I do think that Jack Ross will really help balance that out a little bit. Hopefully, though, it kind of transcends across the ground and we get more of a defensive flavour to how we play. I agree, Chris. Samson is showing a lot more physicality. Like, competing in that contest, he's taken some really good marks. We just didn't get another hold free kick there. But anyway, if he keeps doing that, that's his best chance of getting an AFL game. Timmy has shone since Hops wasn't in. Yeah, I feel bad for Hopper. The game's just... You're kidding me! How is it a push? He's run in shoulder to shoulder and punched the ball. Oh my word. What the fuck is happening? That is... nothing should surprise me now, but wow. Bombers playing a lot better than us last week. I mean, it's not hard, is it really? With Ross back, Cumming will also be under less pressure. Yeah, true. I think Cumming has stood up pretty well under the pressure. I think we've really managed his midfield time as well recently. I'm just glad he's still out there playing. I think it's been really, really good that he's been playing more games than what we probably thought. But yeah, you know, Ross comes back. It just means everyone else goes back down another rung in terms of, I don't want to say they're important because that's not the right word, but instead of, you know, some of these guys being the second or third mid, they might become the fourth mid. Oh, fuck's sake. And yeah, that might release some pressure on them and they get a chance to perform a different role or excel a bit more, hopefully. Need to work on handballing. Do not handball to players' feet. I know. Our handball game scares me. Like, as much as I want us to overlap running, receive handball, we do need to make sure that we are handballing to the person correctly. Need connection from inside to outside run. Yeah, and that's where most of the good teams destroy us, isn't it, Aussie? That's what you're aspiring to, I guess. To get that inside-outside blend really good. Now we've got Morris in the midfield. I was calling for it at half-time. Get him involved. Feels too little too late. Oh, he's dropped that. Oh, not kicking in danger. Craig, how are you, mate? What's going on? Hope you're doing well. Good chase, Morris. See, midfield pressure. Oh, a barrel forward by Garner. Oh, Hayes Brown dropped what he should have taken. Roves it and misses. Wow. Oh, no, I gave us a behind. Now we're on 18. Now my score's correct. Jeez, he should have taken the mark and equally should have still snapped the goal. Good midfield run and pressure for Morris there. See, we got him up around the contest. He's getting busy. Just like I had hoped. Aussie, I would still consider Juddy Clark for selection, personally. Probably pending on what we see today from Hugo. I just think that Juddy, with ball in hand, is naturally a lot more aggressive and dangerous than what Hugo is, and I think we need that in the AFL side. There might be a question mark on fitness. Oh, Juddy almost intercepts. Hold the ball! Don't you play on. Come on, Juddy, right on cue, as we're talking about you. I just think he is naturally a more aggressive and dangerous player, and we need that. This is what, his fourth game, so fitness-wise, he should be up to speed now, relatively. And yeah, I would get him out there. Would love him to kick this goal, though, Juddy Clark. Come on, Juddy. Deserves it. Oh, it slid across. Incorrect disposal made a cameo. Yeah, there we go. Good spoil, NRT. Well read. Yeah, Hugo would want to have a big game. No, Craig, I agree. I think Jasper was really hard done by. Look, the hard part is, when you look at the changes for last week's game, it was essentially Sam Lawler was replacing Jasper Alga. Now, when you look at it that way in isolation, you can't really argue with it. But Jasper's also kicked 13 or 14 goals and is kicking goals in a side where we're not really kicking a lot of goals. So there's got to be a bit of a value placed on that as well. I know there was a lot of talk about his defensive side of things, his running and stuff like that. I'm not saying that's not correct or not true, but he's kicking goals. So maybe it's not as bad as what it was. Did we get any more balance with him not being in there? I don't know. I'm not really sure if we did. Oh, he's going to pay high. Jesus. Train's the other player. I feel we gifted a game this week. Look, there might be an element of that, Aussie, but we had to play him. We absolutely had to play him, given that we've got no Miller, no Bolter. We needed another big body. So in some ways it was maybe a little bit by default, but I also think we've got to start casting an eye to next year too. And Luke Trainer is absolutely part of our future. And I'd be keen to see him for the next 4 or 5 games. Like, he played most of the games last year and was
On its way.
fairly okay.
Thanks for coming.
The Dogs are not missing.
He's got it. 2 for Craig Peters.
And like I said in one of my videos this week, the one thing I love about Luke Traynor is his attitude and effort and intensity is usually pretty positive for all 4 quarters. Yeah, he's tried to take off some pretty audacious kicks that have not come off, but again, I'd rather him do that than not do it. So as to why he's not been playing a lot this year, I know he's had some injuries, but yeah, I'm not too sure if there's anything else to it. Hawke's Bay at quarter time. Gee, that's not convincing, is it? Lawler is elite. I love him. I love him. Ash, how are you? Jumping on while you're on the train. Very nice. Say hello to all the passengers. Haven't seen any of the game. It's not been a great game, not going to lie. Juddy's going all right. He's had 14 disposals, 1 tackle, 5 marks, 2 clearances. He kicked it behind before. Got a really nice tackle and holding the ball. I still stand by that I would rather 14 Juddy Clark disposals than 14 Hugo Ralsmith disposals. He's just a lot more aggressive with his decision-making and passing, and I think we need that. But I don't know. I might be alone in that, but I'm going to stand by it. Kano, I hope the club has a big post-season review. The club is cooked. I think they're always doing reviews. I think all clubs do reviews come end of season anyway, so I imagine that will be no different. Change that. But yeah, we do need to see some different stuff heading into next year, and that's why we keep talking about the importance of having an experienced head around for like a director of coaching, or just adding some experience to the coaching box. And why we keep saying that the biggest position to sign is that head of fitness. Like, if we can get all the players on the park consistently, that's going to go a long way to seeing some better results and output, hopefully. Hopefully. 3/4 time, we got just Trezise on 18 touches, McAuliffe on 18, but his efficiency's not been great, it must be said. Juddy Clark on 14 disposals, 5 marks, 1 tackle. Where's the other AFL play? Samson Ryan, 10 disposals, 4 marks, 9 hit outs. It had a really solid game, to be honest. Hayes Brown, 10 disposals. Should have had a mark and goal. NRT, 1 goal from 6 disposals. Fawcett, 5 disposals. Morris Rioli, 3 disposals, 1 goal. So, we probably would have been hoping to see a little bit more from some of the smalls, but we've not been playing well as a team, to be fair. Not been playing well as a team. We should have just told Jasper his defensive efforts were off that week and let him rectify. Yeah, I agree. I still think that Jasper's got a huge future at the football club. I think he's going to be... I think he'll be a mainstay next year, for sure. For sure. Traynor played on a bit of both last year, Aussie, didn't he? He played wing and half back. So he played wing because the back line was already full. And they just wanted to get him in for experience. He did okay on the wing, but he's a natural defender in terms of like an intercept defender. Will they review the board and CEO or just the coach down? I mean, it would definitely be like a whole football department. As for the board and CEO, I'm actually not sure how that part of it works. I dare say that part of it would be more likely to be something that happens at an AGM where members there, I suppose, get to have their say and do all that kind of stuff, I guess. But I reckon the review is probably more so, about the different existing departments internally, which would always be ongoing. So we'll have to see what happens in that space. I still think we'll look a little bit different next year off field. I think there'll be a few bits and pieces that happen, which need to happen. Oh, nearly 3,000 steps. Oh, damn. Now, it'll be a big couple of months. The draft, the trade. We've got Tommy Wolf coming on Wednesday night, I think it is, to talk about some of the draft prospects, given that the champs are now done. So he'll be really good to listen to. I think he just released his revised power rankings. and especially him being an Essendon supporter too. It'll be interesting to talk with him about, I suppose, what both teams might do with pick 1 or pick 2, depending on which way of the ledger that it falls. But we may not even have our pick. We can get Butters. Can't believe it's not Butters. Who's going to kick the most goals for Richmond today? Will the Tom Lynch shackles be released? Yeah, it's a good question, Heels. Are we aligned to any draftees to trial in the VFL? A lot of people have asked this question. I don't actually know the answer, because we obviously saw it a little bit last year, didn't we? And the year before, we've had Finn O'Sullivan, Jager Smith has played, Sam Grill played. There was someone else who played too. Did Harvey Langford play? Possibly. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know if we had to wait. I don't know if we had to wait until after the champs, which would make sense, but there's also not many VFL games left, so it would be good to see some of the kids come in and play. Like, because a few people have asked, could we see like an Archie Daffy play or a Jack Lees play? I don't know. I would like to. Mark going tonight. Very nice. Very nice. Wonder if Campbell will play more forward this week. Yeah, I think we'll still see Campbell get a few midfield minutes, which I still personally think is really important for his development and growth. I think there's something to work with there. But now with Ross back in, with Lawler, another game under his belt, Taj as well, you'd have to feel like that his midfield minutes will probably decrease and he'll spend more time forward. But I still think we need to see him in and around that action. Yeah, it was just those three. Yeah, hopefully we have some other young kids play for us. That would be good. Trainer was thrown under the bus against the Swans, Kerno. It wasn't an ideal matchup, but weirdly enough, though, it was actually the most appropriate matchup based on height, because some of their other forwards were bigger. I don't think there was a real positive outcome. Because they played 4 key forwards, that's quite an extraordinary thing to do. I think he was going to be stuffed either way, to be honest, Aussie. Yeah, I think he was going to be in a world of hurt. Lynch is his 500th now, so hopefully they'll play with more freedom. Hopefully. But yeah, we just need to get the ball inside 50. All right, last quarter, about to get underway. Let's see if we can gain something from this last quarter. Let's get Juddy Clark some more football. Got to get my timer right. 85-19, last quarter underway. Oh, Morris in the middle again, gets centre break. Who would have thought? What an amazing call that was to have him in the midfield. I'm shocked to be sitting here. Funny that, isn't it? It's why I've been so adamant about putting him in that position, because you get fast breakaways like that at times. Will Uze spend some time in the box tonight? Looked like he did last week. I think he did last week. Hayes Brown comes in. Did he get it? Yeah, Ollie Hayes Brown. Nice one. First goal of the last quarter. I don't mind Uze being on the ground level, especially with the youngsters we've got. I actually think that there's more benefits doing it that way, having a more personal conversation. So I really get why he's doing it at this stage of their development and career. I know there'll be a lot of people who think he'll coach better from the box. Maybe we need better support up in the box if he is going to coach on the bench. I don't think it's that detrimental one way or another with where we are at football, to be honest. But I personally just think it's better for a relationship and guidance piece that he can give that direct messaging. He crossed over the line again, the ruckman, that he can give that direct messaging in real time, face to face, I think has greater value.
he had a bounce.
Morris Rioli bursting through the middle of the ground again. Once again, I reiterate, who would have thought you might get that if you put the quick guy near the football?
Now with Gallagher.
Morris did so much better with VFL this. Yeah, Stevie Morris. He was a great coach of the VFL, wasn't he? He was very good.
Maple gets it back from him. Across the face of
We might not, Mark. The Eagle, like I said earlier, the Eagles on the whole have been playing a lot better football than us for larger parts of the year, haven't they? It's definitely not a given by any stretch. Yeah, throw Juddy in the centre square. Why not? Why not? Clubs must commit to offering a better spectacle next year. It's untenable. That's right. Not even in 12 months' time, if it looks like this, what we're seeing the last couple of weeks, if it looks like that again by the midway point of next year, it just can't, because it's not allowing us to keep ourselves in games. Like, we're not giving ourselves any attacking license. Johnny Clark kicking out, or is he going to hand it over? No, he's kicking out. Get the stats up. What did I predict? 18. Good. Oh, good kick. Samson Ryan used his body. There's a phrase I didn't think we'd use too often. And a ruckman 1-2 bloody link up handball. My goodness. You might not ever see that again, folks. Tiger, I don't know if you've watched the last few minutes or not, but he's been very effective since they actually put him around the ball. Just helps if you put players in the spot where the football is more often than it's not. Playing him in the forward pocket when the ball's not down there doesn't really allow him to get into the game. Put him in the midfield, like I was calling for earlier, where the ball is, and you'll get those fast breakaways and the goal at the start and the running through the guts. He needs to be there more often. Samson Ryan, another mark. My word. Should we try him out J off half back? I don't think he's defensively sound enough from like reading that defensive cues, the spoiling. Like, closing speed's obviously good, but there's more to defending than just that. I still think the answer's mainly around the midfield. McRae coaches at ground level. It's a good point, Aussie. It's a good point. But I don't know what the Collingwood assistants are, but maybe they've got a bit more experience, and that's a throw. That should be an Ollie Hayes-Brown free kick. But it's not. But yeah, maybe they've got a bit more experience and stuff in the box. What? Why is she saying that's a throw in? He kicked it out.
That came off Smith's boot, I reckon, but in the end they've decided no, it was off his knee.
Oh, far out.
Still asking the question.
So, frustration, confusion continues. Thrown back in.
Again, Tiger, I don't know if you've watched the last 4 or 5 minutes or not, but he definitely gets the ball, like he has just now again there, when played in a position where the ball is. You've got to actually give players a chance to get the football. You've got to remember, we've kicked 25 points for this game and played like arse going forward. He's not meant to be able, like, how's he meant to get any of the forwards that are small meant to get the ball? Is Baker? Can we get Baker? When did Baker go back to the VFL for the Bulldogs? The dude just keeps sprinting and sprinting and sprinting. Surely he's got to get a look in at AFL level again for the Dogs soon. That's better from Lockwood. You reckon the club really do want pick 1 in the draft? Oh, force it deep in defence.
And coming on the ground is JD Varlett. He tried to get on the half volley. Did so nicely.
Varlett on debut.
Off to Sharky.
Oh, got to talk there, boys. Got to talk.
Was intercepted by Varlett.
Got to talk.
And on the pain of 50, his footy's locked up.
Yeah, exactly right. Nuclear days. It's
Had an addition goal-wise.
you got to have
Final
adequate and the right people in the right other spots who are communicating the messages, seeing all the data and stuff like that. That's why I'm not too fussed about where Uze stands. As long as you've got the right cattle around, it shouldn't matter a hell of a lot. That's better from Lockwood. Is imagine getting Serpwood at the end of the season. Oh, I don't know. Again, you would have to think that there'd be some reviews done of all of that. It is such a shame that we did lose Stevie Morris. He was doing so well. He was so well. Geez, Ryan got flattened then. Tomlin to get the most behinds. Yeah, it's a bit of a backward system, isn't it? It's even if pick one's on the line, I still think that there's a greater reward in winning than getting pick one. Pick one's nice and all, but getting some reward for the season, given how long it's been and some of the results we've had, if there's a chance to win a game, you've got to take that ahead of pick one every day of the week. Yeah, true. The timing. Well, yeah, that's right. Development coaches can get to the senior game. Like, what a disaster that is when the games cross over. It's so shit. It just shouldn't happen. Ducked his head. Didn't get rid of it. That should be Pryor. No, okay, ball up. Need to get Harry Van Haddam. I think we can give up the pick one for Butters, especially if we're getting another midfielder the following year as well, and you sort of complete your midfield. I'd be okay with it. But, yeah, Harry Van Haddam is obviously, well, it should be of genuine interest as well. Is that touched? Touched off the boot. I just would have liked Van Haddam to have had a bit more of a dominant chance. Good mark. Good kick, Trezise. Good mark, Rioli. I sort of put a lot of weight into the chance performances. I think he had a good game for one of the last ones. But yeah, I just wanted to see him really rip a game apart. Like, we've seen him do it at the talent league level, which is wonderful, but want to see it happen against the best of the best, if that makes sense. But the kid still seems like a pure natural ruck. As long as we're patient with him, though, if that's who we end up taking, as long as we show patience and we're not trying to rush him in straight away, like let him develop, let him grow. And that's why the Sean Darcy thing would be a good acquisition if it pans out that way. So there's ways that we can kind of go about it. Tiger Mars, Lynch has to stay if we can't find another mature body forward. He does. And I think my preference would be to find someone, honestly, who's got a bit more toe and a bit more spring in their step to help us defend the ground better. Oh, Collier, nice goal. But if we can't find someone, then yeah, Lynch has to absolutely go around. But I do think as a priority, we need to find a better alternative. I just don't know who that might be. HVH was underdone heading into champs. Okay, that makes it interesting then, doesn't it? Stuart, part of a pick swap, we get Port's pick 5. Are we eligible for the compensation pick? No, it has to be a natural pick, Stuart. So even hypothetically, even if we trade pick 1 to Port for Butters, they wouldn't get a compo pick because it has to be only your natural selection is the only way you get the compo pick. Birdman, welcome. Would rather Gus and Herbert than Harry Van Haddam. Where's Herbert likely to go? We know Gus is going to be, we don't know, but we assume that Gus is going to be top. He's being held top 5, top 6 of the open draft. Where's Herbert tracking for? And that's the thing. Harry Van Haddam his rucking bodes well for the current game, doesn't it? And I think that's the important piece of the puzzle when talking about drafting someone, a ruckman with pick number 1 or 2. Yeah, it's a good goal from Collier.
crossed in on the outer side of the ground.
Herbert around the 20 mark from Cal. And what's his rucking stuff been like this year?
Earlier today, it was the
Slim pickings today for the performance. Yeah, I mean, he's being held up by the arm again.
Sandringham.
What are we missing here?
The goal was kicked.
I've still got Juddy Clark on my in list for next week. I'm probably going to persist with that until it happens. I just think there's too much upside compared to other players already in the team. So if Herbert's around pick 20, Birdman, then he should be around where our picks are. Whether we get the compo pick or not, but at least our natural second rounder should fit in there. And that's why getting... Yeah. And that's why getting that extra Fremantle's round one pick, if that Sean Darcy thing eventuates that we hypothesized, that's why that could be of good value as well. Because you can maybe get a good little selection there too. Cal Toomey says HBH is rare skills, quite advanced for a big man his age. Yeah, I think a few people have said that, haven't they, Tiger? And my question has kind of always been, how does he compare to Cooper Duff Tyler, who obviously went early in the draft last year? How does he compare? And it's just all the talk and all the rage is that HBH is a better pure ruckman than CDT, which I think is important for what we need. If there's a bid on Walker before Cochrane to Port get a compensation pick, only if the season finishes and Port Adelaide have a natural pick in the top 5, which I think they do currently, then yes, they would. They would get a compo pick for that one. But if we traded them our pick 1 and then a bid came, they wouldn't get one for our pick, just their own. So as long as they've got a top 5 pick, yeah, they will get a compo pick. Herbert will go higher than 20, you reckon, Grok? Surely Port realises we're best placed to give them the best deal and they can respect that we want to keep pick one, so we want to work around that with other futures. I hope so, Nuclear Days. Like I don't know. I still feel that Port... If you were Port Adelaide, though, what would you ask for? When I ask myself that, you're asking for pick 1 or 2 or whatever it ends up being. As much of a nicety as it would be as the Bulldogs kick another goal, as much as a nicety as it would be for us to keep pick 1, and I really do think there's a way around it to sort of still satisfy them whilst not giving up the pick. I just don't know how realistic it is, unfortunately. Let's get Jamara Bobby Hill in the trade period. HVH's upside and potential is huge. Top mids come every draft, but Nick Nats and other 200cm talls that are athletic are pretty rare. And that's the big call you got to make, isn't it, Chris? Like, do we think we've got enough midfield depth and power that you can pick the ruckman? I think the answer is yes. I'm assuming that Hopper's going to get traded. So if we consider we got Taranto, Ross, Lawler, Houghton, Cumming, Smiley, Seth Campbell, McCall. And I say McCall, I'm not sure. But we've still got 7 or 8 players that can go through the midfield. I'm not suggesting they're all A++ quality like what like an Archie Butler might be or Augusta Shera might be. But you've got enough depth there already. So maybe you can go the ruckman. If Butters wants us and they match, we could split our pick 1 in a 3-way trade. We could. I suppose the only reluctance to splitting the pick is that you don't get the compo pick. But if we were going to lose the pick anyway, then yeah. I suppose that's the way to look at it, isn't it, Birdman? If you look at it holistically of what you're getting and losing overall, I think you would rather split the pick and still keep a high-end pick and spend one than get the second round compo. So it's a fair point. No, I kind of disagree, Tiger, about the Darcy thing. The Darcy one actually makes complete sense if we're getting Van Hatten as well, because it allows Van Hatten time to develop and grow without rushing him, but it also, Darcy will add support for Nank. Where you're not recruiting Darcy to be your number one ruck to take over from Nank, because that's not, there's no upgrade there. It's just to add adequate support for Nank, and in likelihood would be that we would also receive their first round pick too, because we're taking on all of the salary. So that's worth it, even from that perspective, to take the salary cap dump to get the first round pick, and then you've got some support for Nank. Bolter can play his roles. We still got Sims, and then Harry Van Hatten wouldn't have to get rushed. So I actually think it does make sense if we were doing it that way. So if we have pick 1, then if we teleport, we'll bid on Walker, then they get another pick. Yeah, and I think there's a few conversations that get had about, well, maybe we won't bid on Dougie Cochran. We'll bid on Walker. Like, all of that stuff as Morris goes for a bit of a sprint. Very nice, Morris. Yeah, I think there's a few little bits of wheelings and dealings you can do there. I don't know how frowned upon that becomes, though, but I'm definitely using that as part of my conversations. Juddy Clark, I don't know if he's official management. He's just there at the bottom of the screen. He could still be. It's one of the annoying things that the VFL don't show time on ground. Good tackle, El Noor. Good tackle. Oh, where's Juddy? Give it to Juddy Clark, someone. Oh, is that Toner out there? Oh, Toner slipped at the wrong moment. Good tackle.
Scott's handball off to Toner. He'll get it back at 50 JD. The 23rd man will be unselfish. He'll put it into the pole.
Oh, just didn't kick to his advantage. Here to Share Kid goes all right. He does go all right. He's got good wheels. Good user of the ball as well. And Ethan Drever's another one that goes all right too. I think Teixeira uses the ball slightly better than Drever. If I'm Port Adelaide, I'm asking for pick 1 and a future first as a starting point. And that's how I feel as well. But I don't know, maybe we can woo them with not bidding on Dougie, and maybe if they, they get. Oh, Tony, you got to hold that. Maybe the compo pick and the change they get from having to use it for Dougie Cochran still might help them out. I don't know. Walking to the preseason drafts. Look, I think Butters has categorically taken that off the table, to be honest. He wants Port to get looked after, which is fair enough. It was no different to when we lost our players, so I can respect that. There you go. Juddy's still on the ground. What's he on? Juddy Clark, 15 disposals, 2 clearances, 1 tackle, 5 marks. Again, though, been ultra aggressive with ball in hand.
Smith and Hayes Brown.
You don't reckon Butters is worth pick 1 at 26 years old? What do you reckon Dusty would have been worth at 26 years of age? I'm not exactly suggesting that Butters is the equivalent of Dusty, but he's pretty high up. So what would you have said that Dusty is worth to any side at 26 years of age, entering his prime? Oh, that bounce is always nasty. A call of up to 22, Trezise 20. I think Trezise has been okay today. It's still a valid question though. What would you pay? What do you think would be? What would you have said for us was reasonable compensation for Dusty leaving? And as I say, Gro, I'm not saying that Butters is his complete equivalent, but Butters is pretty damn good. Maybe not Dusty good, but he's reasonably close. Oh, jeez. I think Arnold just really didn't read that well. But he would love the extra pick. That's where it throws a bit of a curveball. Is the whole bonus pick is a bit of a Bit of a curve. Yeah, I don't think Butters is worth 3. Well, probably depends on what 3. I suppose that if you're the Bulldogs, you're hoping it's worth 3 that are like in the teens, but I don't think they would go near that. He may not be worth 3 first, but he's definitely worth at least 2. And I suppose the other thing that hurts us a little bit is the compromised nature of the draft coming up. Does it make it more difficult to try and pitch a future first or 2? I know the bonus pick's nice, but is Butters nicer? That's what makes the whole thing complicated, is the bonus pick bit. Uncharted territory. First time it's ever happened. Like, do you risk losing getting Zach Butters for the sake of getting another pick early in the second round? If you could bundle it up and trade that pick, which I don't think you can. If you could, though, that would be more enticing. There's so many different factors to consider. It's just not as clear-cut as it used to be, is it? And to Birdman's point earlier, if Port are asking for pick 1, which they, probably rightfully should be, and that's what it seemingly needs to take, and we're going to lose the compensation pick anyway, are you then better off splitting pick 1 to get 2 higher picks to keep one of them, so you at least get a pick of top-end talent inside the top 10, but you just don't get the compo? Like, is that a bit of a compromise of sorts if you were already potentially going to lose pick 1 anyway? Do you compromise that way maybe? Yeah, the twos have taken a bit of a turn, haven't they? Again, in similar ways to the AFL team, we're probably playing better with less experience out there than what we are with the experience out there, which is a bit frustrating. I don't think Butters is worth pick 1. Port could get our next pick, compensation pick. So Port would currently get pick 6 compensation. And this is why I think there is a way I think it could work, but I don't know if it's frowned upon at AFL level. But if Port don't match and they get pick 6 as compensation, they'd have to use pick 5 and 6 to match for Dougie Cochran when Essendon bid on him. But then they'd get pick 8 in return as change. So they'd get Cochran, end up with pick 8, and then could we just trade some futures? I don't know. Some will still say it's not enough if you're a Port Adelaide person. Thankfully, there's people much smarter than me having to work all that out. HVH is more physical than CDT. That's a good thing. He's still fairly athletic though, isn't he? HVH. I've not seen much of his forward craft. What's Harry Van Hadden like when does he go forward often? Does he have that string to his bow? No, he couldn't. It has to be your natural selection to get the bonus pick. So we would be forfeiting the bonus pick. But if we thought we were going to lose the bonus pick anyway by having to trade pick 1, is it worth splitting it so you get something else in the top 10 to keep you for yourself? Would be the only theory there. So Liam Forster's played as like full back this quarter, which is interesting. I don't mind it. Go on debut, kick a goal. Oh, gives it to Toner. Sidestep. Oh, no, not going to make it. He can kick goals as well. So he's got some strings to his bow. That's always good. Would we get compensated for a pick for a Hopper trade? Absolutely we would, Lord Dog. Yep, absolutely. So I think Hopper's still got about 3 years left. I think it's 2 or 3. I feel like it's 3. So if we were to trade him... So what I think we're best to do with Jacob Hopper, he could be involved in a trade maybe it is involved in a trade that goes somewhere to South Australia, but I would be offering to pay his salary as well. So the team who we trade him to are essentially getting him for free. And if you pay that player's salary when you've traded him, that then usually demands a higher pick. So maybe we could get a second rounder for him, for example. I don't know whether a first round is achievable or not. That could be a little bit audacious. But if he's got 3 years on his contract and you're paying that wage, maybe a first rounder is something you could ask for. And I know that Richmond supporters will say, oh, but who would want him? We're talking about from our perspective and what we see. But if there's a club out there who doesn't have as many other inside mids as what we do, it could work. Someone could utilise him. And if we're paying his wage still, then yeah, you'd be trying to get at least a second rounder for sure. Oh, little Joe the Goose out the back. Jesus. It's been a shit game. Yep, just putting it bluntly. But yeah, I can't see a world where Hopper's playing for us next year. You know, we rattled off 8 possible midfield options before. He would have to be, and I mean this with a lot of love and respect because I love what he did for us last year, but based on the kids coming through and what we need to do in that space, he would have to be 9th or 10th in line to get a midfield rotation spot, in my opinion. The game just doesn't lend itself to his playing style anymore. We've got players who can play his role. I just can't see how he stays. I think there's just a mutually beneficial way that he can go get game time elsewhere. We get a nice pick for him. Everyone walks away somewhat happy. Thoughts on David King's trade idea of trading pick 1 and a future first for 5 and 6? They get ahead of the Dougie bid. Oh, okay, I see. So, sorry, but I'm trying to think my way through this, Birdman. So this is on the back of, so Port Adelaide don't match. We get Zach Butters as a free agent. They get pick 6 as compo. And then come draft night, we trade pick 1 and a future first for pick 5 and 6. So then they can take the best kid with pick 1. And then they can use their later picks for Dougie Cochran. Is that if I map that out right? That's actually a really good option. I really like that. I didn't hear Kingy speak about that. I think that's a really good option. Does that have a lot of merit though? Do we think, I know we're all trying to be impartial or we want Richmond to win out. Do we think that's fair and reasonable for Port? They get the best kid in the draft, plus a future first, and get access to Dougie Cochran without burning their early picks. I really like that. I think that's a great shout. If it's achievable, that could be the best route. And again, I know it means that we lose our bonus pick, but if we're getting... Yeah, if we're getting 5 and 6 though, back-to-back picks in the top 10, surely is that too heavily weighted in our favour though? I mean, I'd take it. If we walk away with Butters, pick 5 and pick 6, that'd be epic. I'm not sure if that's too weighted for us though. Broad will retire or go to West Coast. It starts to sound like it's going to be West Coast, doesn't it? Yeah, Presti was an on-field coach. There's definitely some merit there, but I just worry about how does the midfield keep progressing. It's a really tricky one. That's why today's going to be interesting. I just really hope, or tonight should I say, I hope we don't go back into old habits of playing Taranto, Ross and Presti together. It's still going to be the young kids in there. Hopper, Prestia, MJ, Ryan, Ross and Smith, Broad, retiring, Sonzi gone. Well, Ryan's still contracted, so I don't think he'll be going. And I still think Sonzi's worth holding on to. Like I've said, if in 2027 Sonzi's our worst player, you're in a great spot. In a great spot. Our first goes a long way for their future father-son picks. The future first, yeah. I don't mind it. I mean, that'd be a great haul, wouldn't it? That'd be very good. I think I'd sign up for that. Well, that was a shit game, folks. That was a shit game. Midfielders a dime a dozen, rucks. Yeah, true, true. And look, Butters might very well choose the Dogs, but in terms of teams getting looked after, I don't think they can look after Port as well as what we can. And hopefully we're leaning into that a little bit. Only money will entice Butters. Look, money will be a big factor, but like I've said a few times, I do think that players and player agents are very good at looking into the future at what 3 years' time looks like rather than the now. I think as supporters, we're very short-sighted with what we see this week and the week before. I think player and player agents are much better at foreseeing what things might look like. And that's why players get traded, because they're basing it off what's going to happen in 2 or 3 years, not what will happen for the now. Oh, I haven't actually worked that out yet, the percentage. Well, what's the score for that game? Weren't the Bombs going all right? I want to say all right. At quarter time, they were doing all right. Half time, 62-17. So the Hawks have kind of gone on with a little bit. Johnny Clark played okay. He played okay. It didn't go on the forward line a hell of a lot. I thought he was pretty dangerous with a lot of his kicks, and I would still pick him next week personally. Just me personally. Well, yeah, I think that'll be a wrap, because I've got to go make dinner and get ready for the big game. The big game, Jesus. Hopefully we can have a red hot crack tonight. But thanks for tuning, everybody. Look, it wasn't a great game to watch, was it? We've all had to sit through that, and I thought we were going to be a lot closer and a lot better in that VFL game than what we were, so that was a bit disappointing. Good to see Juddy get through okay, first and foremost. Good to see Trezise do okay. But there wasn't really much else to write home about. So, yeah, a bit disappointing. But hopefully we can put on a good show tonight, play some attacking football. And, yeah, let's see what tonight brings. Let's just go easy on the defenders, though, because I do feel bad for Kai Anand and Luke Traynor in particular. But hopefully we can help them out by playing some good defensive football around the ground. So, anyway, that'll be it for today. Again, if you do want, I've pinned the link to the secondary YouTube channel for those who are wanting to, I don't know, look at other videos that are being posted that I'm doing that aren't so much Tigercast related. If you want to see some sport drink tier rankings, some gaming, some weight loss tracking, some holiday stuff. I know a lot of you were keen to, get to know and see things outside of football. So feel free to check out the other YouTube channel and show it some love. We're trying to get that up and running. But otherwise, enjoy tonight wherever you're watching it from, whether you're at the game, whether you're watching at home. Cheer loud, and hopefully we can take the game on and have a red hot crack. And yeah, what will happen will happen. But have a wonderful night, everybody. And we'll see you on Monday night for the live weekly show, 8:30 p.m. And until the next one,